All right, welcome everybody. It's our No Nit Thursday, and it's our 1-3 no limit 500 max. Myself, Dominic. I got the Victory Cigar at Poker Vic with us, the voice. Also, we have two new players tonight, Josh and James.
That's right. Yeah, and we're still very much in the holiday spirit here at the Reserve, as you can see. I still have my ugly. I don't know. It's an ugly sweater. Does it qualify as an ugly sweater?
It's what you call. You are on the borderline where it's an ugly Christmas sweater, but so many people love it. I think you got a little swag with it now, Vic. So, who doesn't like a good Christmas sweater? I probably should have worn another one of mine, maybe that broke out the Bob Ross like I had on the Monday.
Yes.
But no, I love your sweater, Vic. But yeah, it's going to be a fun night tonight, guys. We have our 1-3 no limit, and also this Saturday we have our No Nit Thursday coming up. And since you're just tuning in, next Tuesday though, we will not have a live stream. Want to point that out there, and we'll talk about it at the end of the show too. Give you one more reminder. But with the holidays, with the Christmas season, a couple of the schedules get a little changed around. Okay, cool. And yeah, we're going to go to this. Vic, do you want to lead them?
Yes, so let's open things up right away, and we'll be talking about this some more. The $1 million guarantee, which is a $200,000 first place guarantee, Dom. That is life-changing money for a buy-in of $600. This is a 2-week series. There are day ones at both the Reserve and at Mad River Reserve here in Toledo and Mad River Poker Club in Dayton, Ohio. The exciting thing, of course, besides the prize money and all of that, is that we will do the day 3 restart here at the Reserve and going to a feature and then final table. We will be here with you presenting that great finale of a tournament to show you who's going to take down $200,000 for first place. And as we've talked on and on and on again about all the tournaments that we do that have guarantees, we just have a tendency to crush them. So it's going to be at least $200,000 for first place.
Yeah, Vic, that's going to be our biggest event that we've ever had on this live stream. It's going to be fun being with you, all of the members that tune in to us weekly, having literally a tournament where someone's going to win close to $250,000 guaranteed prize pool cash prize. I can't believe that. It's a one step up. We keep climbing the ladder up in the tournaments. Like I said, we've been around 2 years, right around that button. The live stream has been around just over 1. Yeah, this is this is what you call a home run event, Vic. Home run event. Thinking about home runs, we also have some celebrities at the table. As you see, some of our regulars. We got. Can't start off with seat 2.
Yes.
OP,
the
old player.
The old
seat
player.
2 from Trenton, Michigan. MGM Bob. We see Xavier. In seat 4, he's back. Mr. Coffee. I mean, yeah, it's a lineup. Dr. Boring, Buddha. A lot of people that we've grown the love on here. But like I said, in seat 1 and seat, looks like where is he sitting? In seat 9, we have James and Josh. Will give their bio.
That was very reckless, Xavier.
Later in the show.
He said thank you.
Hit the nuts. What are you talking about? Did he overvalue his hand?
A little bit.
It looks like we have a $10 button straddle.
B-U-N-G-A''S.
Next word is boy.
Bugna's boy.
Yeah, it's
Mom's nickname.
That's basically, he wanted to give a shout out, by the way. We can do this early for Josh. Shout out to his mom.
yes, but it's not in there right yet. It's supposed to be BUNGA, and there is a story behind this. As soon as he wins a hand and we talk about his bio, we will be talking about that. But it comes from the term Cowabunga.
Oh, Cowabunga.
Cowabunga. So it is supposed to be BUNGA, and we'll be talking about the relevance there in a little bit. Let's get back to the action, though.
It looks like MGM's going to take down the pot pre-flop.
Did I play it well?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
And Dr. Bourne, you just saw him on Tuesday have an excellent night in our 5-5-10 game.
Yes.
He's back for more for the 1-3 no limit.
And I have Dr. Boring to thank for this sweater. I was in need of trying to find one. He overheard me here on the live stream and then brought this in. So thank you very much. I'll make sure I get it home after the holidays and get it laundered and back to you at some point. But that was the other reason I wanted to throw this on, because he's back in here again tonight.
Also, speaking of family members, want to give a shout out to Buddha's dad.
Yes.
Watching from Jacksonville, Florida on the message board. Thanks for tuning in, good sir. Aiden says he's going to play live on the 4th.
Oh, great.
Looking
Very
forward
good.
to it. MGM, though.
You don't have to even say that.
$25 pre-flop
Black have to have a
with 9-8 suited and diamonds.
conduct yourself at a poker table.
Why is that?
Because you and black.
X-Man in there with the 5-3. The Terry Cool hand. Colonel. Pocket sevens. A little bit of everything here. Jack 10 for Budovic.
Yeah, the
This is
Colonel
like
now has
You watch it.
Classic
made
range.
this call. And X-Man is back as well. He's here after showing on Thursday night. Here's the flop.
Couple of sixes with the king, 2 clubs. Sevens right now, Vic, are still good.
That was fun.
Sounds like you got a new song.
X-Man checks, and the Colonel's going to go ahead and bet this out. Nice continuation bet here, 45. And
They'll be done at 7:30. We'll be done at 7.
that's going to go all the way through. So we've got a hand here for the Colonel, and Colonel gets to get rid of his yellow no-nit chip as long as he shows what he was playing. That's a feature of our No Nit Thursday here at the Reserve in Toledo, Ohio. It's a 1-3 no-limit cash game. And we've got buy-ins $200 to $500. No, it's a $500 buy-in, excuse me. And there's no match tonight. Part of the No Nit Thursday is that when you're felted, you can re-up to the 500 if there is not somebody waiting to take your seat. The Colonel just got rid of his yellow no-nit chip, and the last person standing with the yellow no-nit chip has to pay everybody $5 a piece off of their stack or out of their pocket. So incentive here with the no-nit chip to not nit, to play hands, to try to get your VPIP at a what might be considered a no-nit rate. A lot of opinions about what that might be, but I think if your VPIP is anywhere in the 20 to 30%, you're playing a reasonable amount of hands.
I think 25%, you don't need to defend anything. That's 1 out of every 4 hands you're participating in.
Yeah, there you go. That's perfect.
And looks like we got 3 players going to the flop here, Vic.
He shows them to me anyway. Here,
Bunga Boy is in the lead right now after the flop on a Jack 9-4 board. Couple of clubs.
Call.
And now a queen of diamonds on the turn, and Dr. Boring gets there with the shimmy, the 10-8 for the straight.
125.
That's how you play it, Jimmy. That's how you play it.
And he shows.
Shout out to Shimmy, playing the shimmy, winning with the shimmy, telling Shimmy that's how you play the shimmy.
That's how you play it, Jimmy. You get the nuts and then
Fold it two pair. Jesus Christ! What is this table? Fold it 2 pair.
We are going to see, as we've seen here on the live stream chat board, Dr. Boring and Neil like to mix it up a little bit.
No, Jimmy would have got a hell of a lot more value.
He folds 10-8.
So we're going to hear them go at it quite a bit here tonight with some friendly banter. But Andy, if you are not officially on the list for upcoming live stream cash games, please call the Reserve. Jim is in the booth right now, as a matter of fact. There is a dry erase board on the wall right there in the cage that has the upcoming events and the list of players that have already signed up. And if you are not on there, then yes, you do need to give us a call and get on that list rather than just show up. And now MGM Bob, he's going to put the pressure on here with ace-4 clubs, raising it up to 25. X-Man's going to come along. He was here on Tuesday night. And now the Colonel, another pair, but a big pair. And he's going to 3-bet this to 65 with the ladies.
By the way, I will say this. The table might want to be wary. MGM Bob is going to have good juju tonight, I think. He brought in pizza for the crew.
Oh, is that where that came from?
Yes.
Thank you very much,
Yes.
MGM Bob.
So I'm just saying, when you bring in pizza for the crew,
Appreciate it very much.
good karma.
Here, MGM wants you to fold this in now.
But he does fold it, and we only get one caller, and that's the 6-3 of spades. Oh, that would have been a big flop for MGM Bob. Would have but it's not now. Colonel in the commanding lead here against X-Man with the 6-3 of spades.
And we've seen him mix it up from time to time.
Show what he folds.
He's going to let it go.
That's what he's playing tonight. See how good he's playing? I'm back to
That's terrible.
Those tables, I built those tables.
I heard that. I need to realize that.
By the way, MGM wanted to give a shout out to Dawn for the shirt that he has, and also Kathy and
That was your
Pickney.
Bob that folded ace-4 club?
So just wanted to get that out there before I forget.
Are you watching out there, Dawn, Kathy, Pinkney? And where are you watching from tonight? And that goes out to everybody.
Well, he folded if it's pre-flop.
We know that where Marge is watching from. Great to see you last night, Marge. Hope you got that shopping done at Meyer.
Ooh,
For the
shopping at
holidays.
Meijer this late?
She
That's
was
dangerous.
She was trying to get out last night.
Oh, Grandma, hope
Grandpa
you didn't
kept
get stampeded.
Grandpa kept hanging on with a chip in a chair in the tournament last night. We've got the Rock now is a $10 straddle. It's mandatory if you have it in front of you. It's part of the no nit game. Yes, Dr. Bourne, take it easy on the cards.
What did I have?
I gave the instruction, Vic.
He's only got one eye, and he ain't gonna see anything all the way down here anyway.
Buddha, can you give me 20?
And with a $10 straddle, MGM Bob with a mystery hand, X-Man's going to check his option with the 10 deuce
Oh, wow,
with the
big
Doyle.
special.
And look at this. My
8
goodness. 8-handed.
Couple of 9s with the 3, 2 spades.
And Neil with Dolly Parton
Yeah, 2 players.
has the best
Flopping
of it.
3
He's
of a
going to
kind.
check it.
No,
He's gonna
Joe has him out kicked. 9-8 and 9-5,
Oh,
both
wow,
hit
the
in a
case-
piece of it.
Case 9, yes.
Can we say big hand alert early? 2 players flopping 3 of a kind?
Could be.
And I don't think you'd be expecting it to be with 9-5 and 9-8, Vic. The first big hand of the
No,
big
right.
hand alert.
I didn't even know I had cards. I'm thinking it's on you and you're
MGM Bob getting a little distracted.
I got the cards.
Well, he
So
threw
now
down 2 pieces of
Neil's
pizza.
going to raise this up after a bet from Joe. So, yes, now we've got big hand alert without a doubt.
And now it's 6, so this will not be a chop pot. I was kind of curious to see if we would have saw a pain.
Well, Neil has chopping outs there with
Yeah, the
the
board could pair.
6 and the 3, but also in order to take the lead in this hand, he does need to get the 5. He does come out and bet 125. And if I'm in Neil's spot and I'm in Joe's spot, it's hard to put the other player on a 9, right? But
I mean, Neil's playing it like he's got like a king 9, ace 9.
the jack of spades here could slow things down because that's the third spade. And that
That's a
is
cooler.
going to be a chop pot.
I'll tell you what, it's a $500
Oh, no,
max
Joe
game,
takes it down with the 8.
and already
It
we
wasn't-
got a 440.
Yeah, I thought the jack was going to get him, but no, that's going towards Joe, and Joe gets to get rid of his no-nit chip.
That flush hitting actually helped Neil out a lot. Because I think if that spade didn't come, he was going for value town, I think.
Yeah.
Another 125 possibly.
I think so. The spade, yeah, that spade really helped Neil save some money because he was gonna he looked poised, ready to bet that.
Sorry, Neil, it's just a cooler, man. It's just a cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens. That's poker, man. It don't hurt my feelings.
And you two,
I actually feel fortunate.
tonight we have a tournament going on. It is a satellite tournament. We have an event on New Year's Day. New Year's Day is going to be a $25,000 in a day, $200 entry. 25-minute levels. And tonight is one of 2 satellites that we're doing to enter into that for $40.
Yeah, it's max value.
Otherwise, your question might also be regarding a feeder table, and there is not another game yet tonight. This is it in terms of our No Nit Thursday feature table. And look at this flop.
10, king, 7, all clubs, and the only one that holds one is the OP, who also has an
OP.
open-ended straight draw to go along with it.
He's
so
in a really good position
little
here. He's got the
semi-bluff action.
button. Yeah.
MGM Bob with top pair.
Call.
Neil's going to get rid of those sixes, I believe. Going to come back all the way around. And
That's
just
good.
heads-up action here going to the turn.
It's a good card for both players. Pretty much all the big hands missed, but now OP has 2 pair outs.
100.
And he bets 100. Yes, he is putting the pressure on. Representing, if you will, a small flush.
Yeah, even
You got a P7?
with all the outs that the OP had, it was pretty much a coin flip situation.
And here we are at the reserve playing no Nit Thursday, and in order to get rid of his no Nit chip, he needed to show that, and he does. And he's getting a little bit of a dirty lick there from MGM Bob, and there's our cumulative winnings so far tonight. We're just about 20 minutes into this, and we've got 5 players in the green, 5 players in the red. We are 10-handed tonight.
Good luck with that. Surprise.
Bob, don't listen to nobody, man. Keep playing it the same way.
Hey, James, one of your jobs is going to be helping him stack his chips, because if not, it's going to take us 3 days to
Hold
fix.
on, hold on. What's your weak king? The king was so weak.
Full.
I haven't read it.
I missed this trade.
So we've got a $10 button straddle. Neil's going to come along in the big blind with the king six of spades, as does the Colonel. Queen Jack offsuit.
Never mind, 'cause it's
Bunga
only
boy.
$7. It's $7.
Now, right behind Dr. Boring is Bunga's boy with Ace King of Hearts.
Time to go.
Cowabunga dude was really big in the late 80s, early 90s. I
And
remember that.
that's part of the story that he told me.
Raise 55.
So we'll be telling that here if he takes this hand down. Right now, he's kind of poised to. He's going to raise this up to 55. Buddha wants to play here, so he's going to call with Ace-9 offsuit.
Casual call from Buddha.
The dirty diaper gets thrown into the muck. Back over to Neil now. He lets go with a king six. And the Colonel's already off to a pretty good start. Let's see if he wants to see if he can keep that momentum going. He's got the Queen Jack offsuit. He needs
Too tight. This is the
Remember what I said about
45 to call, and he makes the call, so we got 3-handed and a check in the dark, it looks like. He was pointing to something.
Oh, that's a nice flop for Bunga's boy. Ace
Oh.
King, top pair, top kicker.
Colonel did let that go, so we're heads up. There's a bet of 150.
What a great game. You get free poker lessons.
I like that bet with the diamonds out there, and he's new to the table, and he's going to get rid of his no-nit chip. And Bunga's boy, and Bunga, you're watching, which is basically Josh's mom. And so she got that handle because people were yelling Cowabunga, and somehow, so that became kind of her handle, was Bunga. That's what everybody in the family calls her.
Okay.
So he is Bunga's boy. And we just want to do a shout out. He wanted to do a shout out, and pretty sure she is watching tonight. But Josh is from West Bloomfield, Michigan. Been playing for 20 plus years in the charity rooms, and he's, like you said, a shout out to his mother, aka Bunga.
That's a good gentleman right there. Holiday season, always got to give some love for mom.
Yes.
Usually they do
Not worth anything?
Usually the game runner usually puts it in the pot, and then usually gives you the game the value of it. Yeah. So they just eat the $5 or $10 or whatever.
Where's the pot? I think it's mine from the last pot.
All right, 40 to go.
All right, and here comes Xavier, a.k.a. X-Man.
The X-Man now. He's definitely mixing it up. He's on the button. He's got 5-2. He doesn't sense any strength here so far, so he's going to take the opportunity with his position to raise it up.
Who knows how to put that football game on? I know.
By the way, since I don't know the bedtime power rankings, X-Man wanted to give a shout-out to his son,
Okay.
Wyatt. So, yeah, I'm not sure not sure the age of Wyatt or how long he can watch, but he said he's tuning in. So, Wyatt, Dad is proud of you. He's pumped that you're watching him play some cards, and he wanted to give you a shout out on YouTube. So Wyatt, thanks for tuning in. For myself and Vic, we appreciate you.
I had to take a settlement. I took a settlement in the second quarter. I took a settlement.
Check.
And we have 5 players in this hand.
Phone call.
And now the OP
Get to go out.
is going to bet it with ace-9.
110.
And a raise up to 110.
X-Man getting after it.
He is.
The 5
He's
deuce.
pushing the action. We're basically down to 3 players here. Buddha already making the call.
Love the aggression.
Buddha already with the straight.
All in.
And Buddha's going to try to shut this down right now.
With the bluff, pretty much, because now everyone's playing the board. Buddha's
Yep.
going to represent that he's got the king.
270.
A terrible river for Buddha. Absolutely terrible river.
But he's trying to make lemonade out of these lemons by pushing all in and see if he can get at least 2 or at least one of the players out.
270.
Yep.
If they both call, they're chopping this pot 3 ways. And he gets 1 player to fold. Back over to X-Man.
I mean, there's enough in the pot to justify a call right now. It's 255 to call a pot that has 744 in it. You just never like to call for a chop.
It's a double-edged sword, Dom, because while it's not nice to call for a chop, it's also not nice to fold to just an outright bluff.
Yeah.
when you could
Not to mention the money
be
you
chopping.
invested. Oh, he makes the call.
Yeah. So they're both playing the board. And he does show the deuce 5.
All right, 100.
Of course, if he wanted half of that pot, he'd have to show it anyway.
Yeah, well, they profited. You know, there was a lot of action pre-flop, multiple players. OP was in there till the end. So
Yeah.
both guys are going to take a little profit there.
Once he goes, he chops up his 150 or whatever.
Here, Buddha, give me a 5.
You gotta play your hand, quit slow playing.
The rainbow board. Hey, well played there, Buddha.
Mentioned the New Year's Day event, $25K in a day for a $200 buy-in, but the next big day for us prior to that will be Tuesday, December 26th. That's a $5K in a day, $100 buy-in. What's going to make that very special and made it very special last year as well, because we got up to about 100 or more players for that, was we're giving away $100 hot seats every half hour between the hours of 6:30 and 10:30. So that's next Tuesday, December 26th, 6 p.m.
No, if you
Put that on your calendar. $100 buy-in and some giveaways. We're staying in the holiday spirit here. Give away some free money.
I hope you get what you want for Christmas in your stocking.
I thank you. You too, Don.
Good enough.
He's selling that rainbow board.
I'm a num-num guy. I like the num-nums in the stockings.
Ah,
Little snackers.
10 to put it.
$10 to go.
Exams when King Forrest the world. I've seen Xavier say King
Chucky's
Forrest.
thinking you're going back. Can't wait for you to throw $30 or $50 out.
If he had a king, he's welcome to my money. That's all.
X-Man now picking up a real hand, kind of disguising the strength, coming in for $10 with ace-queen offsuit, and that's going to kind of open up the door now. Neil on the button, sensing weakness, and I don't blame him with ace-10.
right.
Thinning out the herd, but
Punishing the limpers.
yeah, but X-Men, the way he's playing this is going to come in and have a huge advantage.
35? 45.
If you did, you got my money.
And you got a nit chip too?
And most of the time, you're gonna be
Not for
okay.
long.
I gotta call
That's a
you.
win and play.
He's got a nit chip in front of him, and that is a factor to take into account because if the motivation is not to be the last person standing, you've got to guess that Neil might have opened his range up a little bit.
And wow, look at Neil out
Yeah.
flopping ace queen with ace 10, 10, 9, deuce, rainbow board.
100.
Right in his wheelhouse of what he wanted.
And he's going to try to shut this down right away. He's going to bet 100 into a $149 pot. And he's got a show, and he shows the ace 10. And I think that's really good for Neil. Neil can have a pretty wide range, whether
Yeah.
he's playing tournament or playing cash. He likes to mix it up.
He did really good on our No Knit Thursday. Was it just last week or the week before?
Yes. Yeah.
It was either last week or the week before Neil was on here. He came ahead.
Well, and he's great for the game. He always has fun wherever he goes.
Chip leader is 1 or 10. Warm it up.
He said, seat 1 or 10.
Yeah, and get it warmed up maybe a couple times. Shoot it on the
Thanks again for joining us tonight. This is No Knit Thursday,
Because I'm a
You're on the gun.
the Reserve Poker Club, 5105 Glendale Avenue in Toledo, Ohio.
nice hand.
1-3 no limit cash game. We are 10-handed.
He'll be in.
Time. Yeah, you got cards.
Thank you.
We usually wait. It's a pretty friendly game.
10. Oh, wait, you have that.
Very welcoming.
We usually wait, then somebody yells
Welcome to
clock.
the game, sir.
I assume you wanted me to watch
A lot of good banter here going on, and there will be all night. Dom, I think we're going to be able to just sit back and watch quite a show tonight.
Hey, D-Gen in the hand.
I did.
You forfeiting $20?
You got King Bowler making fun of you folding.
$3.
The folder, the king of
You're
folds.
supposed to jail. Look at this. You're literally losing 40
I think he's offended you're taking
we can all fold.
$8.
Little
I
pump
think
up.
he's offended you're taking
Guys,
his
let's
$8
just all
go.
false and Budapest
Raise
40.
to 8.
I think that's fair. I think that's
Hey,
fair.
I'm gonna cover some. I'll throw some in for that
And
one.
Buddha, I'll defend you.
Is there just one left?
Yeah, there's two. Buddha and James.
Buddha, I'll defend you. Don't worry.
Joe right now with the best of it with ace jack offsuit.
Hey, Dom, Vic, take the night off.
We were just saying that. It's going to be an easy live stream.
It's going to be an easy live stream.
But we'd rather have it that way. Love a talkative table.
I could use it.
But 6 players going to the flop. King, deuce, deuce.
Check. Check.
Neil flopping the best of it.
We're going to check it, and free card, which is an ace. So now suddenly Joe and Bunga's boy, but they check it again, and now Joe,
Reloading to 500.
and this is basically a chop pot if you've got an ace, and a raise here from Bunga's boy, a.k.a. Josh. Pretty easy call for a player like Joe
Aces and deuces with a
here,
king.
and so they're going to chop this up.
Choppy, choppy.
Yep.
I folded towards you. You folded king too?
We have to talk a little bit about what a great success we had this year with our United States Marine Corps Toys for Tots program. If you recall, a week or so ago, we did have the tree back there with the mountain of presents. Those have since been picked up, and those are being distributed to this area by the United States Marine Corps Toys for Tots program. We're very, very, very proud, but we're also grateful for all of our patrons, players here that helped us reach that mark, over $11,000 worth of toys going to that program. We want to thank everybody. It's a tough time of the year, can be for people, many people, and particularly families with kids that don't have the resources that others do, and this is one of those programs that helps out, so thanks again.
DJ now with the Cowboys.
Yeah, perfect timing because he's one of the 2 remaining, I believe, people with the no knit chip, and he's going to raise it up to 55. And again, MGM Bob makes note of that because that can have an impact.
That's a great time to get
It
actually
sure
pocket
is.
kings when you're one of the last players with the no knit chip, because
Yes.
a lot of times the other guys at the table are thinking, hey, he's acting out of desperation, he doesn't want to lose. But right now, D-Gen has the goods.
Go all in. Go all in, Neil.
Oh no. Oh no. There's only one guy I know that can do that. Me.
25.
Colonel's going to come in with threes. Joe lets it go.
Oh my God.
And we're going to have heads-up action now, going to the flop. Kings versus threes.
That's the
Colonel versus D-Gen.
Go, guy, go.
Go, guy, go.
And we have a 10-3 jack. Well, big hand alert, folks. Colonel flopping bottom set. And I won't be surprised if we see the stacks go in, Vic, especially with the straight and the flush draw on the flop. A lot of times that makes every player play a little bit faster.
That is true, Bob. He coached too for so many hours.
And there it is. There's the all-in from the Colonel. And a tough decision here, but a quick call here from D-Gen.
What it felt like.
Well, he's got some outs now. A queen or a king. And a 5. Colonel takes a big one there.
Big pot there.
He's got him covered. He only started.
The question was whether you can lose your no-nit chip in a chop pot. You can, unless you're the final 2 players with a no-nit chip. So if it comes down to 2 players and they both chop that pot, then they hang on to it again until their next hand. But
You gotta pay. Hey, if Buddha wants to pay, let him pay.
Oh, that's right, you're right. All right. Go ahead.
No, I think verbal's binding, dude.
I do too. I do too. I think
verbal's binding.
He's gonna take a tip back.
Floor.
You know, it's funny, D-Gen, by the way.
Floor.
I saw D-Gen before the show started.
500.
Went up, got his name, looked at him twice. We realized he was
Spending Buddha's money.
an acquaintance of Poker Buddy before I moved into Columbus in my mid-20s. And yeah, we played cards together before in our mid-20s, and it's been about 15 years since I've seen him.
wow.
But for about 2 years of my life, you know, ran into him at the card games and stuff. Really nice guy. So yeah, good to see him on the live stream right now. And
Absolutely.
hopefully he gets a little bit better luck going forward. Nothing you could do there, really.
No.
With pocket kings and threes on a flop like that.
$30.
There he goes. He's going to start firing for 30, getting the Nemesis suited.
Why does it feel like it got louder?
If you don't like him, you can give him.
No, I'm fine. Yeah, okay. No, I'm just trying to be.
Nice hand, guy.
MGM Bob coming along with 6-5 of diamonds. Now the Colonel. Colonel's off to a really good start here tonight. He's up over $1,000. He's got ace-10 offsuit.
Yeah, he's free rolling on this call.
And let's see
Why
if
not?
he's going to raise this up. And he does it. He makes the call. Joe now in the cutoff, king-queen offsuit.
And this is the second time in a row Joe's got king-queen. He had different suited kings-queen earlier. Never like to fold that hand 2 times in a row.
And Dr. Boring's hands have been pretty boring so far, but still a smile on his face as he very much enjoys playing this game. And this is a great game to sit down and have a lot of laughs, a lot of fun.
6 players.
181 in the
players.
middle.
The 2 no-nit chips are Buddha and D-Gen, King 4 and King Jack, and here comes the flop.
Oh, a great flop for Buddha, by the way. Flops the king high flush. Also top pair for D-Gen. We have an open-ended straight draw for Colonel.
Play for keeps.
And an open-ended straight draw for the OP. And backdoor hearts. So multiple players getting a little bit of everything here.
Yeah, I'd say big pot alert here. Big hand, big pot.
Yeah, already 381 in the middle, Vic.
Big hand alert.
Yeah, they told us to just sit back.
We're going to just sit back. Between Neil, Dr. Boring, Joe, MGM Bob, Buddha, what do they need us for?
It's a valid point. I mean, they make valid points. A lot of times they'll try to defend us and argue. They make valid points right now. We got 4 players now, Vic, and wow, look at that card.
Wow. That's a big card.
Yeah, because that
Buddha
also
hits his flush.
Yeah, OP hits his straight.
Call.
And a call the minute D-Gen was out. OP made the call.
Yeah, this is
Another player in the hand.
Buddha's going to double up here.
A lot of illegal yapping down there.
Covering them up.
A lot of illegal yapping.
Yeah, OP drawn dead. Both players hit the card they wanted, but it was the wrong suit, LP.
Yeah.
Always the first time. Did you get angry if I slow rolled you with it?
No, I never get angry because I wait until I see the hand before I react.
Sorry about that.
I'm so glad I folded it. I hands in.
Alright, he's got king high.
It's gonna suck if he loses and end up hitting this too.
I folded ace ten straight.
That's the hand, I had that hand in diamonds, same hand.
Flush shit.
Ship it.
You got a flush,
He said
man.
ship it. Buddha.
Flush.
He's got second
So
up
you got
flush.
367.
You got spades,
He's got
flush.
flush.
Oh, I can't see those spades though. I thought there was a club.
I flopped a better freaking
All right.
needed.
How much is it?
Oh, yeah.
King, queen again.
I
With the
don't
queen
think
of
it's all of
spades.
it, but
All right, Buddha, how much?
The OP.
Not a good 360, okay.
I don't think he's intimidated, though, about reloading already. He's been around the block, and we've seen him make some big comebacks, Vic.
Yep.
You're one lucky.
Yeah, the one guy at the fucking old
And he'll
table
still
that'll
get
pay you off
moved.
with that fucking hand right there.
Yeah, he is. And he'll still get practice.
That poor guy got cracked kings.
Dom mentioned that we will not be live streaming next Tuesday. That is December 26th. We are open, but we'll have a big event here with our $100 hot seats going on between 6:30 and 10:30. But our next live stream is this Saturday. There's still some seats available for the regular Joe Poker Show. That's a 1-3 no limit hold'em cash game. And then, of course, we'll be here a week from today for Thursday.
Hey, you're going to be with either Adam or Brian. On that
Yes, I will.
So we'll
And
either
you
have the
will,
professor or Brian.
and we also will not be here at all this Sunday or this Monday. So Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Do you have the kids
We
coming
will
over,
be
Vic?
closed.
Are you hosting?
So a little bit of little mixing it up.
Hey, he needs another 17 minutes before you can deal him.
There's of course a Bears game this Sunday at 4:30. So I'll be doing Chicago Dogs again.
Fair enough. Classic. We'll get back to the Christmas plans. Like I said, the table's been great tonight. We'll call the action during the hand, so we're going to just let the table in between hands.
Yeah.
Take the show. Love it.
Let them take the show. We will come on from time to time to remind you to hit the like button, please.
Hey, good call, Vic. Smash that like button.
When does Buddha start liking up? Like 7 o'clock?
It's close.
It's around 8 o'clock.
500 winners, he's on lockdown.
Lockdown?
Lockdown. 500, 600 winners, that's it.
I mean, yeah, you got the
$3. Yep.
Oh,
What's the matter?
oh, give me my
You
card.
like $3?
a bunch of nets.
Let's do get a limp.
Shout out to Tenley, by the way, for making snack bags for myself and Vic today. Christmas.
Yeah, Tenley, if you're watching tonight, thank you very, very much.
Got some popcorn bags for us.
I think you went above and beyond here for us, Tenley. Thank you.
Yeah, nice
Hey,
one, Buddha.
it's 55.
You got lucky twice in a row.
$55.
That's part of Buddha's book.
That's all right.
DGen now in the big blind.
Hey-o.
Wakes up to pocket nines, and he's going to raise this up to 55.
And he's due. He's getting kings. We got
Yeah.
the Nemesis suited. Now nines. He's getting a rush of cards, just not going his way.
It was inching its way close to being a limp pot, but DGen put a halt to that.
55.
And now Bunga's boy, a.k.a. Josh,
What's that?
gets out of the way after limping in with the Jack-10 offsuit.
Well, DGen needs to get a pot right here. He's got him hemmed up pretty much, other than an ace. He's due.
Checker back.
And we have, wow, look at this flop. Open-ended straight draw for Colonel. 9 still for DGen.
65.
65 is the bet.
Yeah, 10, 5, 7 rainbow board.
Good job,
OP
Good job. Tom.
submits.
Thank you. Good pull, buddy. Thank you. I love this. I love this aspect of the game. Complimenting somebody and how they're folding. It's like, that was awesome!
Kept those cards right on the table.
130.
Now Colonel is pretty much, he wants to see where he's at.
Yeah.
He wasn't sure if it was a continuation bet. I'm assuming with this raise.
It sure felt like a continuation bet.
They don't even know where you're from yet.
DGen is in the lead here but he doesn't know it. He's had a tough start so far tonight. This is the first time ever on the live stream.
How much you got behind there? That's good.
You're not even in here.
Not good.
And he makes the call.
You eyeballing my
And a 4 of diamonds.
I can't count, so yeah. I heard they weren't.
And Colonel keeping the pressure on. Let's see if D-Chen can sniff this out.
150.
I'll get rid of my net chip.
Folds the best hand here. Colonel has to show, get rid of his yellow no nit chip, and he does. And that's that stings. That stings for D-Gen.
Missed opportunity there.
A.K.A. James. And we've got a $10 button straddle here.
Do they need to make sure there's not a list?
And I think that Colonel's action there
Is there a list for the?
was impacted by the fact that he's got the biggest stack right now, or close to the biggest stack on the table. And we talk about that on a regular basis, you know, to play big stack poker. You got to know when to put that foot down on the gas pedal and when to just ease it up.
Definitely an advantage when you double up early.
Yeah.
Makes life a little bit easier.
So, Ms. C, we don't necessarily have wait times. Give us a call here at the reserve. Jim is in the cage right now, and we have the next few weeks up on the board in terms of our live stream dates and players that have committed to playing for those dates. The probably the most popular of our live stream cash games is this Thursday night. There are seats available for this Saturday. This is a 1-3, as is the Saturday game, and now we got 6 players going to the flop here.
Vic, you have to be so happy tonight so far.
Man,
Multiple
there
hands,
been
6
multiple
hands
hands.
or more. We got a 5-3 king board, couple of clubs, OP with a flush draw. Same with D-Gen, not just the flush draw, but a gut shot straight draw.
OP's going to come along for 25 bucks, as is Neil. Interesting call here from Neil.
I think Neil just wants to win with 7 deuce.
Yeah.
3 players.
Oh,
wow.
When it's not your night, it is not your night so
No.
far. D-Gen with a cooler situation right here.
Yeah. Tough card here.
Were you talking to me?
No.
Took a minute or two.
You talk about a
I
slow
fucking
roll.
lost half my stack at 9 fucking 4, dude.
Well, that's a great card, I will say, for D-Gen. 2 5s and 2 kings out there that might halt the action.
And
Got a
it
little
did.
break.
And they're going right to showdown. Yep, tough night. Just got to be patient there, D-Gen. Things can turn around for anybody at this table quickly.
Can we say this? That might be, though, the break that he needed. Because if that was a blank right there,
He would have fired.
2 players with a flush.
Yeah.
That was a nice break for D-Gen, though, after being coolered on the turn. Getting the board to have 2 5s and 2 kings. Maybe that's the break he needs to get the tide changing.
And as we can see down there in the bottom of this list in the red, D-Gen having the toughest so far. So far, we are here till 10:15 tonight for this live stream. But Colonel, Buddha, off to a really good start.
And D-Gen's really, honestly, so far just been unlucky, though.
Yes.
I mean, he got pocket kings on a jack-high board, and the player had 3s and flopped the bottom set on him. So it's not like he's playing crazy or out of control. He's just very unlucky. So hopefully the tie can shift for him, and we see a little comeback.
That's why I'm
Bob's
here.
keeping an eye
Right,
for
that's
me.
what we got Bob for.
And I'm almost slow as him.
Yeah, you leading.
I need someone watching.
Blind leading the blind
We got
down
the young one here.
That scares me.
We
75
got
now.
young guys over here.
Dr. Boring bumping it up to 75 with Queen Jack suited in clubs.
Like him. I mean, how many things you like to do? Not a whole lot.
75.
What do you like to do, OP? What are your hobbies?
Women. Was that? I mean, that was a bait question right there. That was an absolute bait question. What do you like to do?
That's a true story.
That is a true story.
Heads up.
Heads up action here. X-Man versus Dr. Boring. 10-9 versus Queen Jack suited. And we got 164 in the middle
Checker back.
on a ace 3
Check.
4 board. Couple of spades. Looks like a C bet here from Dr. Boring.
110. Fold.
Nice bet, Boring.
Yep, somebody asked if Dr. Boring's VPIP was at 3%. It's pretty low, and I think that helped him there in that situation. He just has not seen the cards.
Let's be honest. If it wasn't Jake on the message board, it'd probably be Greg.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Dr.
yeah.
Boring.
Yeah.
That's a nice poker community they have out in Cleveland. I wouldn't expect anything less.
We're close to 30 likes here, and we surely appreciate everybody out there hitting the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, be sure to do so. And when you subscribe, hit that bell right next to it. That'll give you a notification when we're going live.
Yeah, stupid. Like, ooh, I want to.
$10 button straddle.
$10.
That must not be as bad as.
Fold, fold.
Oh, it's easy. I'm gonna pick a hole in it.
Now Neil with what we like to call the moose, and he folds. Now Dr. Boring has ace-jack, and he might get a little run going here. He's going to raise this up to 30,
Since you asked so nice.
Thank you very much.
and he was asked to call, so Buddha calls. And nines again for D-Gen.
TMI.
Wow, and he's going to make the call here, come into the hand for 30 bucks. The $10 button straddle OP gets out of the way. We're going to go three-handed to this flop.
I like this game, but I often wonder why.
Ooh, look at that flop, Vic.
Man, finally,
Four,
D-Gen's
eight,
going to get a
five.
little bit of a break here.
I'm so glad you get to bet.
It's a good flop for him. He doesn't know how good it is, I don't think, compared to his the other players here.
I don't normally. I try to stay out of it, not root for players, but he's been playing good and
Yeah.
had such bad breaks. I'm really happy to see him win this pot right now. Get the momentum back, D-Gen.
Right.
So, by the way, D-Gen, a.k.a. James, is
Yes.
from Taylor, Michigan.
Yes.
He's been playing poker for 18 years. His family got him interested in it. He says he specializes in knitting and crocheting. So, D-Gen, may the force be with you. I
Well-
hope you have your momentum on your side now, getting the monkey off your back after a couple sick breaks early. But, hey, it's a long live stream. We're here until 10:15.
Till
A
10:15.
lot of poker.
A lot of poker left.
And it was really cool running into him again. Like, I literally walked up to him. And I'm not kidding you. It was like this, Vic. I know the players can't see right now, but I mean, I'm looking at him like,
This takes precedence.
you know, almost like a double. Like, I know you,
Right.
and I'm forgetting right now where. And then when the more memories came up, yeah, we played poker together for a couple of years. Really nice guy.
Dr. Boring, strong starting hand last time,
75.
and even stronger this time with aces, and he's going to raise it up to 75. Dr. Boring, pretty typically used to a bigger game. He plays in our 5-5-10 game.
75. So you're telling me that I gotta watch.
His opening bets, I think, Dom, have been a little stronger than what this field is used to. And I don't know if he's going to temper that or not, but at this point, he's going to get two callers. So we got a nice pot building here between X-Man, Dr. Boring, and Buddha.
Yeah, 238 in the middle, and you got aces. You got to be feeling good.
Check.
And look at this flop. Great flop for Dr. Boring.
Absolutely.
Jack, 6, king, 2 spades. X-Man with top pair with a great kicker.
125.
Buddha also with mid pair. He might get sticky, and looks like he is.
He is getting sticky, and X-Man now, top pair, queen kicker. He's going to raise this up, and he's betting into pocket aces.
300. No biohazard.
Takes it from 125 to 300. Dr. Boring.
He's going to shove.
Call your cousin.
I don't like to predict action. I try to stay out of that habit, but
Yep.
I don't know what else you're looking for with pocket aces right now. If you got the nemesis, you got the nemesis or
Yeah.
sixes. But I mean,
And a quick call.
Everybody's in.
Had a jack.
Dr. Boring, or X-Man, there's the outs that he needs.
9.
Now he's got more outs.
Oh, Buddha would have had 2 pair, but it got counterfeited. Aces and sixes.
Yeah, you ran him down on the river. He'd hit 2 pair and he'd ran
Dr.
down.
Boring with a big one, up to 1,500. The rush of Dr. Boring from Tuesday. Now it's continuing on Thursday.
Yeah. And Buddha
528.
trying to give us the night off.
Oh,
Tells everybody to call your friends, call your neighbors, call your
The
cousins.
casual sip. He does the casual sip on a double up. Grabs the coffee.
I thought about
Just-
folding. I wanted to fold open, but he's in them.
Buddha saved you. Buddha saved you a bunch of money, huh?
There's always the guy at the table that takes the casual sip of coffee right after he doubles up.
Kind of my theory.
Classic poker.
Eddie, you coming in?
Yeah, a really good live stream here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of action here at the Reserve Poker Club, 5105 Glendale Avenue in Toledo, Ohio. We got a dealer change coming in,
Tyler Xavier's adding 4.
and I believe this is the top of the hour, so we're going to see a bomb pot. We are 10-handed, so this is going to be a single board bomb pot. Nikki is giving up her seat to Neil's favorite dealer
Oh, speaking of dealers,
to make fun of.
I got a question for you,
Eddie.
Rick.
Where's our
Yeah.
button?
I always have loved the staff that we work with. Don't get me wrong. But ever since the Christmas celebration, aren't you just a little bit more pumped when you see everyone? The last couple
Absolutely.
of days. I mean, you're
Yeah.
always happy to see everyone, but it's
Right.
like it's amazing the morale boost
Yeah.
from like a fun event like that at our Christmas celebration. Always look forward. I love everyone that works here, but yeah, a little extra.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? The best player.
You know that it's like playing football.
Yeah.
You try hard in practice. You love the game, but there's nothing like game time when you're out on the field. That's how I feel now after that Christmas party. Just a little bit something extra. When I'm seeing the coworkers coming in the building now is a fun time on Monday. It's just nice seeing everyone outside of work, relaxing and having fun.
If we had a feeder table here tonight, or if we had a list, a waiting list, and you had the lowest VPIP, which I believe would be Dr. Boring at this point, you would be at risk of being moved. But we don't have a list tonight. It is the holidays. We're happy to have the 10 players that we've got.
Ooh, and, we got 2 pair right off the rip for Neil here. Any other monsters? I see a king high flush draw and also a gut shot to Broadway from Joe. So a little bit of something in the first 3 hands revealed.
Yeah. Open-ended for the Colonel.
Can I just fold? You probably should. You have tells.
The rule of thumb is no folding to, not supposed to fold to no action, but he just wanted no part of that, so he got out of the way. Joe now. He's got the flush draw. He bets 100.
Buddha has the mega wrap. Also,
Wow.
he has a wrap, not the mega wrap. He's got a wrap, and then he also has backdoor hearts. OP with the flush draw and the open-ended straight draw. His diamonds are no good though. Set of 6s now for MGM.
So all in? Or just call?
And he's going to, all in is what he's going with here.
Go ahead and put your chips out.
MGM came the gamble, and here we go. Giddy up. Man, if he could take this down now, that'd even be a nice sized pot.
Yeah.
460.
Now, I'm not sure how you feel about this move with an Omaha hand.
Good open fold, man. You knew something nobody
I mean,
else
it's enough right now where if you're expecting no one to really have any true monsters,
I heard your voice.
it can work. But it is risky because you don't know if someone's got queens or tens. I just
And Joe wants to isolate here. He is really
I don't think
He's
Twitter
really
likes
betting
his price
on
tag.
cards to come here. He's not necessarily betting with a made hand. Kind of a oxymoron in Omaha with a flop to call it a made hand, unless you've got a royal flush. But because things can change dramatically.
Normally when I play Omaha, I almost like to play it soft on the flop regardless because I'm just not as experienced.
Yeah,
I like to kind of attack the turn when there's less variance. There's only one more card to go.
And OP now, we're waiting on Buddha to make up a decision here. Tough decision for Buddha. Might be a different decision if he had diamonds.
I don't think
But the OP is open-ended with diamonds, and we've seen the OP call pretty soft in these games.
Yes.
And my guess is he might be having a hard time talking himself out of this. And he is going to call.
All right, let's go.
Going to make the call. We've got a huge pot here.
Wow. 1,600 in a $500 max buying game.
Yeah.
Not diamonds in the set, isn't it?
Queen
Giddy up.
Over 3 buy-ins there
and a set of sixes.
in the pot.
But I know I'm not. I got to diamonds. I
And
got
MGM Bob literally has all the full house draws.
I know.
But he's got his blockers pretty much.
And as the computer has given us the odds here, this is going to go somebody's way.
Well, I will say this. You know how you always say bottom set, you don't want to run in the top set? MGM Bob has the blockers, though, where he thought his set was probably the best made hand at the
Yeah.
time. The queen and the 10 were also in his hand. The problem is now, if someone hits a draw on the turn, you're holding your outs. So he's going to hope for a clean one. He'll probably take a deuce and a 3. He's got to fade the world. I mean, as you can see, it's literally an even fight right now between all 3 players. This is what we call gambling, folks.
Yeah. Nice job, Eddie, getting those pots straight, giving us this view. Thank you, Tyler. This is a great view. Big pot, 1,600.
And there's a 7. Good card for MGM, the hold. And he
And-
gets a full house. He holds.
Yeah, runner sevens gives him a full house.
Cancel that 500, Buddha.
And he was about to re-up for another 500, but cancels the order.
I told you he was going to get a little run good for getting the staff pizza.
Yeah.
Nope.
And they still have to decide the side pot here
You can't beat ace high.
between
What kind of game am I in?
The kind that you're scooping.
I thought he had
Are you
the whole
complaining
thing.
about scooping?
I don't think he had there. I believe there is a side pot here, and it's going to Joe.
Okay.
Yeah, there was between OP and Joe. Not a big one, but there was a side pot. Great job, Eddie.
Thank you. Thank you very
And
much.
I'll say it again: call your friends,
Here you go, Buddha. Drop
call
it.
your neighbors,
Drop it all for the house.
call your
The whole
cousins.
thing.
Sure you want to send these out.
Put it right in the thing. the whole
We are
thing.
just a little over an hour into this,
Next one I get a free one.
You insist. You got me treating this shit like
and we're seeing some great poker action. And we're seeing 10 poker players having a lot of fun. Right around the holidays, what a great time to relax, watch some poker, and enjoy some laughs.
What do you have got there? Oh, no. Full house. Full house.
I missed everything.
I almost got there. You had a boat. Everything straight he was talking about.
You got here like you.
Bombay.
Oh, yeah.
Good fold.
Yeah, I wish you would have called now, because that would have been even.
Nice hand, MGM.
Yeah.
You almost think with the shirt, kind of like Virginia Wayne said, the MGM Snowman takes down the hand.
Yes.
And you think if he gets pocket eights, is he going to hit a set? the first
Well,
time?
and we've got to repeat that shout out to Dawn from MGM Bob. He's very grateful for that shirt, and if it did bring him some luck there, he's even more grateful. Back to the no limit hold'em 1-3 no limit hold'em cash game action.
Well,
Yes.
with the jack, nah, I'm not gonna treat you. I'll treat you on the right.
Keep the cards down, buddy. See anything good?
Tom, remind me to tell you about that hand.
Just
I'm
tell
gonna-
him watch it on TV.
Well, he does a lot.
He had a better draw
Youngest
than you.
boy.
Oh, second enough flush draw.
D-Gen picking up ace king, 3-betting it up to 65.
And then I had a king high flush.
King 4, Jack 5.
King high.
Get the fuck- I know what I'm fucking doing. I have to read my hand.
That's not a game you want to choose.
Hey, OP, stick to women.
Yeah.
All right, you're right. I think you're right. I think you're right.
I think you're right.
I don't know if it's cold. Yeah.
Here we go.
Kind of curious if Dom
And
Dick had said a
that's a
word
great
in
flop
that.
for D-Gen.
No, they're saying a lot.
Jack king nine rainbow.
No, guys, we can't air this.
You know they're back there. You know they're back there playing Go Fish right now, right? That's all the people.
You know, they-
that's all the
they
people
should,
over here, and you got a 8.
Jim is receiving the second strike on his YouTube channel.
Yeah, they
Oh my
should,
gosh, shut him up.
they should give us the 500 they get a night, you know? Come on, give us the 500 they get each night. Let us split it up. We're doing their job, right?
You are such a freaking tightwad, dude.
Yeah.
They get paid that kind of money?
500 a night minimum.
Oh my god.
I'll trade one.
500,000 a night?
I think you're guessing.
Oh my god.
You're guessing.
There you go, guys. He's still dealt, right?
Yep.
Well, the table's being a little generous with the pay that we receive here for
Don't even think about it.
putting up with their abuse.
Thinking about it.
And based on the pay that they say it is,
Yep, that's $10 straddle.
if it was that much, we'd take even more abuse.
It's a $10 straddle.
What is
That ball.
The rock is out there. It's a $10 straddle. That's what we utilized here on the No Nit Thursday.
I know, that's what I had to move.
Buddha
You
with
win
ace
the
king.
rock and you're from a pot and it's in your hand
Which one do you
and you're either under the gun or on the button. It's a $10 straddle.
Win that right now.
So Buddha says he wants to win that, so he's going to raise it up to 50.
See you on the river.
That cost me more money than I cost you.
Call if you don't like money.
Yeah, I would've got him down too.
Call.
That was such a short.
X-Man, quick call here with ace-6 offsuit. Neil gets out of the way with his queen-jack.
Yeah, running a little thin right there.
Colonel not going to push the luck and another queen-jack. And Dr. Boring now
No.
just 40 to call.
Change that out.
How's that?
Well, you can ask a little nicer.
You only have to put in 40.
You only like, oh, that was $10.
That's what 10.
Oh, that counts.
Yeah. They're counted.
Free $10 straddle.
So an interesting range of hands here, four-handed, and here comes the flop from Eddie.
Hey, Dr. Bourne with a clean diaper. And look at this.
Boom.
Ace, queen, king, all the fixins,
Wow.
as Brian likes to say.
Yeah, the only one
Top
left
two
out of this
pair.
is Dr. Boring with the hearts.
Yeah, with Buddha, also Joe with bottom pair, and a gut shot to Broadway.
Come on, man. There's
Top
4
pair
people
for
in hand.
X-Man.
He's trying to help me. I can't make it work.
We're gonna need a 4.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
This action is pretty heavy, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't see Buddha laying this down.
No,
That's how much I want to kill him.
Cause.
doesn't ask for a count, just makes a quick call. Ace-king versus ace-6. X-Man needs some help,
He's so lucky.
either with a two-pair,
It ain't over yet.
or no, not. He needs a.
Jinx me?
Oh,
now it's
it's
over.
over now. I was going to say he had some chop
Spade alert.
potential there.
roll is ass.
And he would have hit flush with the 6 of spades.
Yeah, if that king did not
I
come,
was so hoping for Jack.
there was a different spade on the turn. Would have seen the suck out.
I'm slow rolling Buddha big time after this.
I like slow roll against ace king.
I would absolutely.
Buddha, I gotta tell you. Buddha, I gotta tell you. I called you with just 3.
Buddha.
There's
The big hand there.
There's 2 people in
No, it
this room I
wasn't
would
the, it was
slow
the
roll right
cleanest
there.
diaper I've ever seen.
2 people in this room I would slow roll 10 jack.
Why do I have
spade right
this in
there.
front
No,
of me?
that's me.
Buddha
Yeah.
and Eddie.
And everybody.
Nice hand, Buddha.
Hey, Buddha. Nice hand, man. Very tough play.
I got lucky on the flop.
It took a lot of thinking to play that.
I think the turn was the most difficult spot for him.
Yeah.
Trolling at an all-time
Spade's got
high.
there, you know?
Flush, obviously.
Like Vic said earlier, smash that like button. We're getting close to 50 at 36 right now. Helps out the channel.
Put on my tab.
He's not as dumb as he looks.
Add it in, man. Add it in. Thank you, sir.
I tried that one time too, and he's really not that stupid.
Buddha looking down at another ace.
Basically, really not that.
He's not that. I mean, he's a mouth breather. I mean, he's a
mouth breather.
I mean, he looks like a.
Where did you park the short bus?
Hey,
Erased again.
our game's a little different than your game, Boring, you know? The Tuesday game,
Correct.
this is fun. You guys are, man, we have fun we do this every week.
Yeah,
Sometimes
Tuesday
it's a
game.
little
Am I
more.
invited, Opie, since you're
Yeah, he
grandfather,
talks.
am I invited back?
What?
Am I invited back to this game?
If you lose,
We're gonna have a conversation.
We'll
about
let you
that.
know in about an hour and a half.
yeah.
You guys have to-
Dr. Bourne asked if he's invited back to this game, and MGM Bob basically saying if you lose, sure.
See how he does it.
True.
I want you to get Jake here, though, too.
Jake would be good at this game.
Tell him about
And
that
we got a
one, but no,
queen,
like, see,
4,
Jake
king
here.
board here.
James,
So you want
X-Man flopping the best of it with a pair of fours.
Yeah.
oh, you talking about the Tuesday for Jake? When we play the
Yeah.
yeah.
Now he picks up a flush draw.
Play
With his pair.
Play is Christoph.
Second queen hits.
This guy, Christoph, you love him when he plays, eh?
I like how Jake.
That's why your game was so dead, too.
Definitely one of the smaller pots here
Not
tonight.
as normal, was it? Did you think?
I was hoping that was
I
hold up.
I watched it in pieces.
Yeah, you got called once we held this dirty diaper twice.
And the 9-4 takes it down.
Yeah. If you were watching a edited
They're looking to fuck you up.
live stream, if that is such a thing, if this was edited, that's probably one of the hands that would wind up on the cutting room floor. But that's not what you get with the live stream here at the Reserve Poker Club in Toledo, Ohio. You get unadulterated poker, folks. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturday nights for our live stream cash games. And then we live stream our tournaments with a feature table and final table.
When I get money from you, I got some
If you've subscribed and you haven't hit that bell, hit the bell, because then you'll get notifications when we're going live. We will not be live Tuesday night, but our next live stream is this Saturday for the regular Joe Poker Show. And we've got some open seats for that. It's as simple as just placing a phone call.
You know what happened? He gave him the chips and he got aces the next game.
Call the reserve.
Give away $300. You think he's worried about $5?
Find out the availability for which games and get yourself committed to the list.
Where are you hiding in the whole show?
D-Gen, he'd love to try to get something going, different change in momentum, anything really. He's going to raise this up with the Queen 7 of Hearts to 30.
Must be painful.
And now X-Man's going to come in with Ace-Jack. Neil looks like maybe raising chips here with the pocket threes. And he does now make it 70.
I think sometimes, too, he's sitting right next to X-Man, and he's seeing a wide range of hands.
Yeah.
So he's going to try to isolate this with his pair. You're not going to do this all throughout the night, but sometimes go with your feel. He thinks this is the right play, and he's going to try to execute.
There's a quick call here.
Oh, his name is D-Gen.
Yes. Mike Norwood, you know it. OP, always dressing quite fine for our games. Here we go, three-handed. Here's the flop.
And we got a Queen 4-4 board, and D-Gen smashing it. Two pair. I bet it's just about half pot.
125 is the bet. Quick fold there from X-Man.
I used to go there all the time. I got so many good other games. A lot of times
This is either shove or fold for Neil with his threes,
No,
with 246 behind.
too often.
Yeah, I'm just coming from MGM Bob.
Kind of expensive here to just fade. Looking for a three.
Third time I played poker in my life. No, come on, man. We've already checked it out. They got your bio.
He gave my resume.
No, but MGM's good action. 2-5.
Yeah.
Most of the time, yeah.
The game is always running.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I've seen that.
But like 2-5, you go there and play 2-5.
Oh, yeah, that's
Bro, it's so boring.
They're folding. Whoever raises it.
It's just the game. You can't predict it. You go there on a Saturday and you're like.
And he is going to do that. He's going to call. Wow. And I don't know if he's already made up his mind, perhaps, no matter what the turn is, if he's just going to go ahead and push.
It's been very, very good.
But D-Gen's going to keep the pressure on and bet.
I would play here every single
Yeah, I was a little surprised just the smooth
Almost
call.
before Eddie could get the card turned
I
over.
would too if I lived close enough.
I mean, that 5
Where do you live at, Norton?
I'm on the east side, so it's 2 hours, 15 minutes.
You're
And
in
Neil
Cleveland, too?
calls, and I got to believe that Neil has been watching D-Gen just having a very tough night here and wondering if this was all just bravado trying to push somebody out of the pot.
Well, he pretty much made a decision when he made the call on the flop.
Yeah, he really did.
One back. And so I was kind of surprised he didn't just push there. Which I understand. I mean, you got threes and queen 4-4.
No, I'm saying, so
It's not a horrible flop, but this time it is for him.
I'm not worried about giving 4 or 5.
MG, I mean, it's actually broken.
Ace king, you can see.
A 3 and a 3 only, and there's still 2 of them left in the deck, and that's not it.
Ace king, you
And D-Gen now with a much needed double up. He's up to 1,000.
Yes.
Comeback train.
On the comeback train.
You take quarters, right?
Yeah, he'll take it.
And right now, in the holidays, Thanksgiving to New Year's.
You know, you gotta give it to him right
D-Gen,
now.
a.k.a. James, from Taylor, Michigan, originally from Flint, Michigan. Been playing the game 18 years. Family got him interested, and he's got a couple buddies out there watching, which is why he wanted to make the comment that his hobbies are knitting and crocheting. So if you're out there rooting for D-Gen, give us a shout. Let us know where you're watching from. We just found out Chris watching again from Connecticut.
Connecticut in the house. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
Hope you're doing well, Chris, around this holiday season. Always appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, that board didn't help me. I don't have a, you know what I'm saying?
Well, my problem is nothing but queens, I believe. And
Right. James, you got lucky, bro, because I think I think he's the only one that's gonna call you right there with that. I'm honest.
Yeah, probably right.
Neil is not scared of anything.
Some spider than snakes. He folds when I'm in the hand.
Shit out of place.
what game?
Now D-Gen's gonna.
Targeting, dude.
Always when you're stacking your chips, you normally get a hand right
Yeah.
after it. That's the classic
Isn't that the way it goes?
poker. Yeah,
Absolutely.
And, he's got ace 10.
Birthday present, it ain't even your birthday.
He's gonna call. Going around the table now.
Yes.
Right now, ace 10's still in the lead pre-flop.
No, you're a good player, brother. Good player. But King 4, yeah, was great, especially ace king.
Oh, you're good.
Dr. Boring.
Yeah, you played
Bunga's boy with the shimmy suited 10-8 on the button. He's gonna bump it up to 16.
No ace king queen. No,
Buddha, it's a nice looking hand. Queen 10 of clubs.
Turns the game. Just get whatever I need.
X-Man coming along, and we have close to a Vic special here. 6 players in the pot, 80 total. I'm sorry, 5. 5 players.
So
He
that
said it's
right
close.
there looked like a MGM casino bet right there, $16.
They don't let
All those red cards.
No, they can't do it in our game.
Oh, $16 you get that?
And D-Gen, now he's starting to get some momentum back, and he flops top pair. Two pair, excuse me. Nothing there for OP, except maybe a gut shot, so he gets out of the way. A fold from X-Man, and now back over to Bunga's boy. Buddha has a piece of it, but not enough to make the call. So another pot here for D-Gen. Started off to a rough start, but he's charging back.
Yeah, and it's good to see. Like I said, he was just unfortunate with a couple. And you almost wonder now. I mean, if his pocket kings would have held, and there was another hand where he got unlucky on, it would be a lot of money. But yeah, he was in the hole for almost 1,000, and now he's what, 348 bucks away. And you've seen the table, Vic. You can win that real quickly here.
Absolutely.
But yeah, Dr. Boring at the top, almost up to 1,000 profit, 1,400 in front of him. Buddha's got 1,500 in front of him at 882 also. So yeah, half the table in the green.
Live stream asked if I'm Levine's dad. because we play similar.
That would mean you had to sleep with a woman at some point.
That's a burn. That's a burn. Gloves
Oh
are
my
off.
goodness. It's getting deep in there, ladies and gentlemen.
We're not going to repeat what was said, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Stephen, thanks for joining us from Los Angeles.
How they doing? It doesn't matter.
All right, 10.
I'll give you action.
All right, thank you.
MGM Bob hoping for some action with his King 7 of spades, raised it up to 15, and he's going to get 2 callers. 3 players going to this flop. Rainbow board,
30.
and MGM Bob hits the best of it with his king. Queen 9 for the OP.
He's just joking about his wife. He's just
And
joking.
does he want to stick around here?
She's like that.
She's starting
Oh, yeah.
She's starting to check out. Well, I got
The computer knows that 2 of those 4 jacks are no longer in the deck, so OP basically has 2 outs
What do you want to do? If you want to call me?
unless he hits
Range at the TV.
So we're not the only
but he's going to make the call, come along, and we're going to go heads up here to the turn. And now the outs increase here for OP.
My mom watches too, and when I get bluffed, she gets so mad she starts crying. Pisses her off.
Hey guys, let's make Buddha's mom cry.
I folded my straight draw.
She's 100% convinced that OG's on. She knows. He thinks she knows what else. She thinks that he knows what cards coming. Now, if he's cheating, he knows what other players do. That's the only way he can be cheating. There's no way knowing what cards
This
coming.
week he struggled, but usually it's like, oh my God.
Oh, yeah, no problem. It's not.
I'll be honest. I'll be absolutely
Yeah.
honest. I'll be absolutely honest. The people involved. He's after the flop. He's a savvy player. He knows when to get rid of it.
Oh, he's very good.
People get scared. People get scared of him, and they allow him.
Yeah, you can't reach out on the
So
line.
it's not his fault he gets lucky. It's everybody else's fault. Everybody else's fault he gets lucky.
Yeah, this Tuesday he made a couple calls that were out of his character.
Well, that's different. I mean, most of us do that.
And now the button is in front of DGen, and he has the rock, as we call it here.
Hey,
So
give a
that's a
preview.
$10 straddle.
Yeah, give a preview of people who just tuned in to. What does the rock do, basically, Vic?
Yeah.
For people who don't know.
So one of the things when we put, not we, but when Jim, the wizard, put this idea together for the No Nit Thursday was to make sure to entice action. And basically the rock, if you win it in the pot and it's part of your stack, when you are on the button or under the gun, it has to go out there as a straddle. So it keeps the action, it bumps the action up a little bit, if you will. And in this case it certainly does, because now we've got a raise and a call. Now back over to DGen, who's got kings.
The rock with the kings. What timing's everything sometimes in poker, and this is some great timing for DGen.
And if you were wondering about the volume here on your YouTube,
Because you called.
On the river?
I agree.
No, he said he was folding.
I agree with that. I think
As soon as I said call, he said he was about to throw.
evidence of the volume at the table is that DGen had to lean in and call out his bet into Eddie's ear. The poker action
He has too high.
and the interaction is pretty big here tonight. So Dr. Boring's going to fold that ace-10, and DGen is getting some momentum here after having a rough start, and he adds to his stack.
Levine in the house
It's not a streak, it's just that the cards
on the message board.
Yeah, that is something. How you, Levine, you aren't even here, and you're being talked about at the table.
Turns a queen.
Rivers didn't start off good, you know, with the game.
Turns a queen.
And certainly, I hope you take that as a compliment.
I do
We do miss you. We
Levine
love
at the
having you
table.
here.
Yeah, he's
Can't wait to see you come back again, Levine.
another player that's great for the live stream. Likes to play a whole wide range of cards. But I even told Levine on the last live stream we saw him have a winning session. And
The guy that,
by the way, you know what? We forgot about our bet. You were supposed to bring my 6-pack of Modelo to the Christmas party.
Oh, that's
We'll,
right.
we'll do another hangout event. We'll do another next time we hang out.
All right.
Yeah.
What are you doing Sunday night?
I don't believe he
You gonna come over for some Chicago dogs for the Bears game?
No, that
starts
starts
at
at 4:30,
4:30.
my friend.
What's that?
I'm fully booked on Christmas.
All
Eve.
right. Most people are.
No, that just gives us an excuse to watch football later together. There'll be plenty of playoffs and stuff.
Here
I
we
don't
are,
mind that.
four-handed now. Going into the flop, Colonel kind of got things going with a $10 bet, and then it escalated. We've got 140 in the pot. King, ace, 8. The OP getting the best of this, and he's in great position to on the button. So he makes a bet, $60.
He has the best of it right now.
Yep, Colonel got a piece of this, and he's the one that kind of got things started. But he's going to get out of the way and back over to D-Gen with pocket 6s, and he folds.
Yeah, take it down, OP.
And so OP shows his king.
But I was getting at with Levine because he plays on our Thursday live stream often, and there's been times where we've seen a roller coaster night where he goes up and down, up and down. He had a great session last time where he cashed out way ahead. And one thing I noticed with his play that I thought he tinkered at least was he always kept his range wide, and I don't think he should ever change that because I like that it's a different style and it's hard to put him on a hand.
Right.
But if you notice, he wasn't chasing as much. Now, when he was the initial better, he was still raising and doing some semi-bluffs. That's great. But he wasn't really chasing and bleeding his stack away, just calling with third pair, second pair on multiple streets. Maybe one time he would see one card and whatnot, but he wasn't paying someone off, getting them value the whole way down. I told him that after the live stream. And like I said, this live stream helps players grow, improve their game. And I think when you see Levine from the very first time he played till now, his game is definitely improved.
I think so.
And I enjoyed it. I always thought he was a good card player, but you never want to get satisfied. You always want to improve in poker. And we're seeing that from Levine.
Yeah.
The more and more we watch him on the live stream.
They were waiting on the dealers tournament. They're at 11. I was like, play 11 people, dude. It'll fit them.
I guess the term I would say for Levine is he got controlled aggression.
So the dealer sets about a foot.
Well, I believe, and we're going to talk about this. I want to keep talking about this point here as soon as this hand is over.
Sure. Yeah, we'll go
about
back
the
to it.
psychology of raising and the psychology of strong starting hands. We did have a dealer change, and young Patrick's in the helm now. We got 4 players going to this flop.
Yeah, 61 in the middle. Got a queen 6-3 board, couple of spades, and look at Neil flopping top pair with queen jack in the lead.
50. What do you think, Patrick?
And Neil's switching it up here. Let's see if he comes over the top, or is he's just going to smooth call? MGM Bob, I don't blame him with 4s though. Right there, everyone checked. You're on the button. You gotta, you're gonna play the 4s like that with certain position. And now a flush draw for Neil. His hand improves.
You ever played out in California? Yeah. All the dealers have rigs. It's like the craps table.
MGM Bob, good
ones never use it.
table image there where after Neil checks, he asks Neil, what he's got back, and Neil checks this again. He checks it down. I wonder what he was concerned about.
I missed some daggum turn.
No, you don't.
And he just says, I missed a bet. And we agree, Neil. We're not here to tell you how to play, but as long as you're going to make that comment.
All right, boys, let's go after him.
But I believe, and I think I have read this from other authors, other poker players, that there's a psychology around getting a good starting hand and making a raise, and then feeling like there should be some fruits from that labor. That there should be, and it makes it hard then not to let go of a big starting hand.
I made it 20.
And I'm not saying that that's what we saw in the early live streams
10, 20, 30, 40.
with Levine.
10, 15.
But if that was his situation, I think part of the growth as a poker player is realizing that you can have a great starting hand and you can, do all the right things, and you're still beat. And you've got to cut your losses at some point, and not try to force the action or think that some miracle river card is going to come down from the heavens to save you.
So what you're telling me
I think it's a maturity thing. I think as you mature as a poker player, you learn, I think you become accustomed to. You can't win every hand that has a huge starting hand. It just doesn't happen. But and Levine's not a beginner at all. But I think in an early poker player's mindset, that happens. I think there's a psychology that takes place, and you have to learn that. That's my two. I'm glad you brought that up because I think it's an important part of growth as a poker player. And now here we come with the big hand alert because we've got X-Man, pocket tens, King, Queen of Diamonds, and X-Man's taken up to 135.
We talk about players with wide ranges, Vic, and where you can get paid off sometimes when you get the goods.
Buddha just 3-bet, all in here.
Keep the cards down.
Wow. And we're probably going to see a call here.
Oh, and lets it go, and a quick call here with the tens.
Classic race here, and we got a juicy one, Vic. 928 in the middle.
Yeah.
You were throwing that 100 and that would have been a call.
Yeah.
By the way, shout out to Keith from watching from England. Appreciate that, Keith.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. Love hearing,
Put my hand out there to make sure you
fans from across the world. Oh, wow, the flush gets flopped for Buddha. And just overkill. Even hits the queen on the river for good measure.
Man.
But yeah, that was a classic race pre-flop there. 2 suited overs versus a pair.
Yeah.
Buddha got the best of it. And he takes down another big one. Buddha's now up to 2,000 in a $500 max buy-in 1-3 game. And we're just approaching the halfway mark.
Yeah.
He's onto a hot start.
Exactly. We're going to be here till 10:15 tonight. The Reserve Poker Club, 5105 Glendale Avenue in Toledo, Ohio. This is our Thursday night, No Nit Thursday. It's a staple for us of our live stream cash games. Thank you very much. We are now at 40 likes. We really want to get to that 50 mark pretty quickly. So if you have not hit that like button, please do so. And if you have not yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe. When you do so, make sure to hit that bell.
This would have been a call if I don't grab the 100 he's calling.
Wait your turn.
I mean, you were, it wouldn't have been.
It's either I fold it or straight flush, or I fold it.
The dealer will come
I
to
just
you.
prevented him from throwing that 100 in. He thought it was.
Buddha said,
Yeah, he didn't know Buddha went all in. I said, wait a minute.
It's on you for $10. Buddha's known to have a valid hands.
$10 straddle now.
He was gonna
You
call
guys
me.
don't like king queen suited?
OP.
I like pocket
I mean,
I just don't want to hit.
You'd rather have pocket tens?
Buddha wouldn't hold him to it. I mean, Buddha would have given
Caleb, run that out 3 more times.
Are we at 10?
Yeah, he would have definitely let you take it back for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. We're just messing with you, man. We don't mean anything by it.
I mean everything by it.
I don't. I want you to keep playing the same way.
He hits a queen at the end just to rub it in though.
Yeah.
Four-handed now going to the flop here. Some great banter.
Yeah, 10, Jack, couple of diamonds, Vic. X-Man with the nut flush draw. 2 other players hit 2 pair with their 10s, Joe and Dr. Boring.
And X-Man does just make the call here, so.
And now he picks up some more outs.
He does.
Now an ace, a king, or a diamond. We get him there.
Checks around, and
Actually,
here comes the river.
Technically a queen also. Yeah, he's big blank.
Yeah, and this is a check. This is a
chop pot.
Chop
right
pot for now between Joe and Dr. Boring. 10-7, 10 deuce, and the ace-4 did not come through for X-Man.
I have 3 pairs.
I was even nervous if I did. I got you.
We were chopping.
Yeah, 5 or 4 bucks.
I'm like,
Tonight's satellite is a $40 buy-in. Have the opportunity to win a seat for our New Year's Day,
$25K in a day.
$25K in a day. I think we just have a few tables out there. I might go out real quick and just get an update as to where we are with that. The next satellite available is next Thursday. That'll be the 2 satellites, and then after the first of the year, be sure to go to thereservepoker.com and check out all of the opportunities to play in not only satellites but free roll satellites
Did you say if I don't want to play?
for the $1 million prize pool guarantee tournament as a joint venture between ourselves and Mad River. Under the gun, Bunga Boy went blind and raised to 10.
Did Buddha do like a snap?
And he did
blind
a snap
raise?
blind raise. But now MGM Bob picks up aces.
And this is danger alert, though, for Bunga Boy, because you blind raise 10, and then you look down at pocket 10s.
Yeah.
You almost think it's meant to be. And you see OP as one of his 10s in his hand. So John pretty thin.
260.
Raise 260.
Oh,
yeah.
We got big hand alert, folks.
Wow.
And this is going to be probably an all-in situation with the call, because now you price yourself in. You only have that much back.
Well, we still have the OP factor, but he's going to lay that down. Talk about changing his game up a little bit. I think we've seen OP in past live streams be pretty sticky. And he's been laying some hands down, and now a 5-bet here.
You don't get to say that too often, do you, Vic?
No.
I have out.
So Bunga Boy, a.k.a. Josh from West Bloomfield, Michigan, whose handle of Bunga Boy is a tribute to his mother, who's watching tonight.
Sorry, that was a cold for
This is a big hand here for Bunga Boy. 10s up against aces. Young Patrick gets this pot right, which is close to $1,000.
Yeah, and the OP had each of their cards. He had ace-10 suited.
Yeah.
And diamonds.
1 hour around the town, Jim.
Why are you guys helping us watch the cards? Hold on a minute now. Wait a second.
Okay. And aces for MGM. He won that big.
The aces hold up.
Yeah, the big bomb pot earlier. He tripled up with, and now he gets
I don't want to say
just shy of $1,000 in that pot. So he's off to a great start.
What'd you get, Neil? What's up? Coffee good?
Yeah. Trying coffee for once?
It was like foreshadowing when I bought the
Good fold.
Yeah, it was.
What you do to save $50, right?
Did you say good fold?
Yeah.
You're an asshole.
Levine says Buddha stacks somebody and then sells their chips back to him. To save time, Buddha is our cage at these tables. And he's supplied with chips back there behind him that he sells. So I know Levine's just having some fun here. But I don't want anybody to think that Buddha's selling his chips.
Yeah.
I love Levine.
2 minutes left.
That's it. We're not really nits. We're just winning a
X-Man's going to raise here with 10-8 of hearts to 40. Neil's going to come along with Queen-9. Now back over to
So a nit with somebody that don't
Buddha, who lets go with a 3-4, but we're going to go heads up here to the flop. Young Patrick, here comes the flop.
That's
Okay, that's a good explanation. Okay, I'll accept that.
Neil in the lead by virtue of the Queen High, but a continuation bet here from X-Man.
Play bad, get lucky. I told you.
He does have a
All right,
gut
thanks.
shot
I'll do
here.
it next time.
Neil has one of his queens. I'm one of his 9s, excuse me.
You're gonna win.
want to be the guy sucking out. You don't want to be the guy.
Especially if it's a
with the
three-way.
best hand.
Well, if you don't know how to three-way, we're seeing wins it all the time.
You gotta practice. Do it a lot.
25 years.
You've only been playing 25 years?
No, 40 years. I'm 40 years old.
Next man takes that down.
Yeah,
Nice bet.
nice bet. Trying to get some momentum going here.
Telling me you weren't born to play it?
I was born a player, but I didn't play poker until I was in college.
So when you
Trying
gonna
to
get
play
good
that
at
When
it?
I was 20. When I get a little older. I'm only gonna be 60 in February. So.
Or what?
Buddha's a young 60.
He is a young 60.
That changes everything.
On the 24th.
It's a good month.
Well, I guess we're all there.
It's a little short. Aquarius. Yeah, it's the short month.
No, I'm Pisces.
10 to you, he's square.
First half is Aquarius.
Might as well just give you guys this fucking $50 an hour, man.
OP with pocket tens. X-Man coming along with the 6-5 for $10.
What's the bet?
Colonel sees an ace-4. Why not? D-Gen's going to look down at 9-8 of diamonds.
You know, Neil, before I was just watching on Thursdays, just to figure out why Buddha always has chips. Now I see it in person.
We got a queen
I gotta tell
5-7
you,
board. Couple of spades.
Impressive.
What's that?
Horseshoe works.
Say what?
Horseshoe works.
Yeah,
Dom says it's a power.
you gotta learn how to sit.
I gotta tell you,
Don't sit right, it really
today
hurts.
horseshoe.
Right, you don't wanna give it
horseshoe
tell,
works
you got a
all the time
horseshoe in
today.
Three players now going to the turn.
One day when you run bad.
Ace of clubs. A
That's a
scare
tough-
card for everybody.
Yeah, and that's a tough card there for OP, who's clearly in the lead with his tens, but opportunities for these other two players to put pressure on. When you got X-Man, he's got a pair, but he's also got the aggression. And as of late, he's had the momentum, but OP not falling for it right now. He's going to make the call.
Oh. Here we go to the river.
And an even scarier card here, another club. And X-Man's going to take advantage of that situation. He's first to act here.
Playing it well. That's 200.
OP has the best hand. And I'm not sure he's convinced himself to fold yet. And he
Oh,
calls.
the OP with the...
Wow.
That might be the hand of the night so far.
Yes.
We've had some bigger hands, don't get me wrong, but pure poker play, I think both players played that great.
Yes.
I mean, X-Man, I guarantee you 7 out of the other 9 players would have folded that hand.
Right.
Right there, but the OP sticking with his gut. Calling X-Man down with tens, with a flush out there, a queen, an ace. That was a great bet, honestly, by X-Man. That the way he played it with no fear normally takes it down, but OP coming back, firing. Great hand by the OP.
Yeah, Stephen, that was a nice hand. And I've got I always keep a list of hands of the night when we come to a conclusion here of the evening at 10:15. We talk about those hands and try to figure out which one's the victory cigar hand of the night. And unfortunately, right now we've got a disruption in our system, and I believe we're waiting for some information in the headset. But typically, what we see here is we have to do a reset, which means perhaps a 15-minute.
Usually just a 15-minute delay, and we'll be right back with the action, of course. But we do have some things to talk about, Vic, that are actually going on at the Reserve.
Yes.
And this is a busy time of the year. And there it is for New Year's Day. It's our $25K in a day guaranteed January 1st at 12 p.m. Doors will open up at 11 a.m. It's a $200 buy-in, and there are 25-minute levels, 30K starting stack. That's just a good way to play some poker. It's a new year, a new fresh start. If you're running a little bad, why not come for the 25K in a day and get a momentum changer?
Yeah.
Set the tone early.
Yeah.
New year, new run good, 2024, January 1st at noon. I can't wait for that one. Also, we're going to have the bowl games on. You know, there's college football that day. Huge day for college football. It's going to be a good atmosphere, a good time.
And just to go through the details on the 25-minute levels here, with a 12 noon start, I believe then we'll have late reg until the beginning of level 9. So we will see 4 levels and then a 10-minute break, and then another 4 25-minute levels, and then probably a 20-minute break for lunch. At the end of that break is when there's no more registration. So if you want to figure out when to get here, about 3 o'clock.
About 3 o'clock, yeah.
But here's this has been all over. Everybody's thinking about this, talking about it. Make sure that you have time to budget your $600 buy-in for the February 1st 2-week $1 million prize pool guarantee.
To keep it with the college football, since we talked about the 21st,
yes.
The quote, the great Keith Jackson.
Yes.
This is the granddaddy of them all.
Yes, it is.
When we used to watch a Rose Bowl growing up as a kid. The granddaddy of them all.
Absolutely. $200,000 first place guarantee, life-changing money, and go to the reservepoker.com. This graphic is there. Means you don't have to take a screenshot of this. You can go and look that up on our website, and this will give you all the details of the day ones, because there are day ones here in Toledo at the Reserve, and there are day ones in Dayton at Mad River Poker Club, and we are joining forces here to bring Ohio just a huge event for No Limit Hold'em Poker. Top 10% advance to Day 2. Day 2 will play for 15 levels, or when 10% of the returning players remain. When we are down to 10% of the remaining returning players, then those players will go to a Day 3. Day 3 restart at the Reserve Poker Club Monday, February 19th at 2 p.m., where we will have the feature table right at 2 p.m. live streamed here, going all the way to the final table. Dom and I cannot be more excited about this, because we're going to be able to call the action and see somebody firsthand take down life-changing money, $200,000 for first place, and you'll be able to join us here on YouTube.
What a great time. What a great event. What a special event. Live at the Reserve on YouTube, this channel that we have put so much time and energy and emotion into. I can't imagine what the Wizards feeling being able to get an event like this. And also just a shout out also to Mad River.
Yeah.
Mad River, thank you so much for working with the Reserve. I hope to see this be the first of many times that these poker clubs can work together, putting on an event for the poker community. It's a great thing to see, Vic.
It really is. Yep. And I was just thinking about this today. As soon as we get through that huge event, there'll be a lot of energy and excitement, but a lot of work to do to get through that. But February 20th, Dom, mark it on your calendar.
Okay.
Maybe 21st. We're going to sit down and have a planning meeting for our Salute to Service. Our first one was last year, and we had that around the July 4th holiday as a way to celebrate our country's independence and honor those that gave us that independence, the military. We'll have a tournament again, whereby if you are retired or active in the service, you get to come in and play this tournament for free, and it's only for you. There will be re-entries that you can purchase if you get knocked out. But Dom and I and the rest of our team will be going out doing two things for that. First of all, we're going to be going out getting financial donations, because it's going to. Last year was a $10,000 prize pool guarantee. I don't know if we're going to bump that up, but we're doing that through donations, and we're going to be getting donations for that. We're also going to be getting donations so that we can do raffles, we can do 50-50s, we can do other things, because we're going to be raising money for services that provide to the families of our service members.
Yes.
And last year we donated around
Over
$4,000.
$3,000, I know
Over
that at least.
$3,000. We want to crush that. I mean, we want to double, maybe triple that. We only had a couple months of planning last year. This time, mid-February, we're going to jump on it. We're going to take our time, and we're going to be diligent to go out because we really want this to be a very special event. It was fantastic, and the energy of the room was fantastic. But we really here at the Reserve throw all our support behind men and women in service, whether they're retired or currently active, and we just want to see as much as we can do.
Yeah, 100%. So
So-
that's definitely something we're passionate about. And like we said, we're going to start getting on that, probably a meeting in February. Me and Vic will start getting the things going in January. But we told you last year, we're going to start on this one a lot earlier, try to make it bigger and better every single year. I'm excited about that. So a lot going on. 25K in a day. We got hot seats going on the day after Christmas with a 5K guaranteed tournament, the 25K in a day. Shortly after that, our 1 million guaranteed prize pool, and then our veterans coming up in July. So right when 2024 hits, we're going to be off to the races.
We're going to be busy.
It's going to be a busy
very
time.
busy.
It's going to be a good time in the poker community. And you guys that are watching this game right now with this 1-3 no limit, we've seen a lot of action going on so far, especially with MGM Bob, Buddha, and Dr. Boring really standing out. Colonel also had a big double up early on, but the chips are flying around. We're seeing a lot of position poker too with the button and cutoff getting involved. And what are some things going forward, Vic, that you would like to see maybe from a couple of players tweaking things? Can we step back now that we don't have to call the action? Kind of just observing. Like I said, I want to say one thing before you answer. D-Gen, rough start.
Yeah.
What a nice comeback we're seeing by him, though. Staying the, I always say the 3 C's: calm, cool, and collective. I want to give a shout out to D-Gen for having a rough go at it that first hour, and it was situations that you couldn't help. You get a Jack 10-3 board, and you got pocket kings, and with the pre-flop raise, you're almost pot committed at that time with a $500 max buy-in.
Yeah.
And a guy flops bottom set on you. And then also had, pocket nines. Colonel did play it nice with his open end straight draw with the semi bluff, but then kind of brushed all that aside. And then we started seeing him double up, get to 1,000, win another pot. So that's someone that I want to see in the second half. How does he respond? How does he, go forward from here? But it's his first time on the live stream. Like I said, a gentleman that I got to know in my mid-20s, who I haven't seen in 15 years. It was really cool walking in that room and, getting a nice hello from an old friend that honestly, sometimes you just drift away, you move out of state, you forget, but then right then and there it clicks, and it's nice to see him on this live stream on the up and up after a tough one.
Well, and it's no secret that typically when you step into this game on the live stream, there's some bright lights in the room. You know that you're on the air. You know that your friends and relatives are watching you play, and it can be a little intimidating. We saw maybe the opposite of that Tuesday night when we had a brand new player who just Concrete Dave, who just tore it up. I would say
Player of the night.
I would say for new players that's really kind of the exception. It's usually takes some time to feel comfortable in the setting. These players that come to our regular Thursday and Saturday game, and even on the Tuesday game, they play a lot of poker together, and so you're kind of the new kid, or you're stepping in, and they're making inside jokes that you don't. It's just that you just don't get comfortable.
I would do the
So
same thing.
I would say that I expect Bunga. Bunga's boy to start to feel more comfortable, and I think we'll start to see him maybe kind of open up his range a little bit and play a little bit more. We haven't seen the VPIP on this, but of course Dr. Boring just not getting cards, but I've got to guess here that we're so far in that Bunga's boy is just a little low on the VPIP side, probably lower than what he's maybe used to. But I would say as we go into the second half, and we'll be back up here in about 7 minutes, my prediction is that we're going to see Bunga Boy get more and more comfortable with this game.
Well, you may have talked about it in past live streams. I actually almost think that's the proper strategy when you're going into a new place, and especially when you're playing on a live stream, first timer. Don't try to force the action the first at least half an hour, 30 minutes. It's a marathon, not a race. You don't have to try to be the MVP in the first hour of the show. I like players that kind of come in, sit back, assess the situation, see the style play, kind of get a little scouting report on who's the aggressor, who's more passive around the table, and just mostly observe the situation. I mean, if you get cards dealt to you that you have to play, absolutely go for it, but definitely don't push the situation. So majority of the time, that strategy does pay off well. And like echoing what Vic just said, don't be surprised in the second half, now that they got their feet wet, they're kind of more comfortable, that we see a couple of these players get more involved.
And we've got a great question here from Carrie regarding our salute to service. If you have any paperwork or you have anything with regards to your discharge, if you have a military card, we do ask for some ID regarding that. But anything that you might have, bring to the cage when you buy in. And of course, it's a zero buy-in, but when you register for the tournament. So my short answer to you is, Carrie, yes. And we hope to see you here for that event. And thank you very much for your service.
Yeah, and usually when we get about 2 months away from that event, too, if any of you viewers would like to contribute to the Veterans Tournament, we try to raise money for the prize pool. So these guys can we basically want to give back to them and say, hey, have a fun day on us. Thank you for your service. You can donate through our live stream, the tip box, kind of look exactly what we did with Toys for Tots.
Yes.
So we'll be doing that probably about the 2 months leading up to this. 100% of our tips are going to go to the veterans. And last year we had multiple players. I mean, just reach out and help out so much. Mr. Pepsi himself.
Yep.
I believe donated $2,000 with his company.
Mm-hmm.
And Roof, Ohio. Or is it's either Roof, Ohio or Ohio Roofing. I believe it's Roof, Ohio.
Roof, Ohio, yeah.
Yeah, but he's just a fantastic job. He's active with veterans every year. Mr. Pepsi, who plays on our 5510 live stream a lot on Tuesdays. So
Jeff Wilkie and his wife donated $500 personally.
Yep.
And be honest with you, this is why I brought it up, because I understand that there are people that are watching, and regardless of whether you're in Northwest Ohio or the Toledo area, if there's something that you can help us with regards to a corporate or company donation, small business donation, whatever you can do, and you want to do that in a unique manner, whether that's a credit or a gift card or something like that.
Yeah, we can raffle that off.
Please,
for the fundraiser.
We can raffle that off, absolutely. So, and that money then will go to the services that are supporting us through this. So that's one of the reasons to start thinking about that. I know it's a ways out, but it's going to come up quickly. Time flies here, particularly when you're playing poker and having fun.
No, you can't rest on that. We're going to get after it hard. And that's why this is pretty much the first time that we're kind of addressing the situation, because we had a 15-minute reboot, and it kind of opened the door where we just want to plant the seed for all you guys out there. Myself and Vic, I can definitely say that this is probably the most passionate event that we have in the whole year.
Right.
And like I said, we'll have $1 million guaranteed prize pool, which poker-wise is amazing, and we're jacked up for. And Toys for Tots I'm very passionate about too.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, but there's just a sweet spot in my heart for the veterans, all the sacrifices that they pretty much give us for our everyday freedoms, that we want to continue to make this bigger and better every single year. And it was an honor just, getting day one off the ground. But year two now, we're going to see what we can do. And we got 2 minutes left. I want to get back to these players because the attention definitely needs to go on them coming out here, putting on a great show right now. The three big winners so far, like I said earlier, I think Dr. Boring's up there. He hasn't played a lot of hands, but the hands he's played, he's made the most of it. MGM and Buddha.
Yeah.
Those three seem to really be getting out of the gate. So now when we get this No Nit Thursday, that's when you can start seeing, even though it's a $500 max buy-in, we can get up to about $3,000 pots. You got multiple players with about $1,500 in front of them, $1,400 in front of them. The second half is a new animal. That's what makes this live stream so much fun. It's very sociable. The action's great. And as the episodes gets longer and longer, it's a 4-hour show. It's almost every hour. You'll just see bigger hands creep up throughout the episode. So like I said, 1 minute and 30 seconds away, and we're going to giddy up, get after it. This is why we love to do the job we do, Vic.
Yeah. No, this is...
Can't wait.
This is so much fun. We do. We have a lot of fun doing this, and we definitely have fun because of our viewership. and the interaction that we have with you on the comment board. So please keep that coming and keep those likes coming.
And a reminder, if you're a 1-2 player and you've been practicing and you got a little run good, maybe you got your bankroll up, well, if you want to take that next step, all you got to do is call the cage. Talk to Marissa or Jim or Brian. John's back there too at times. And we can set it up where you can get on this live stream. What a great way that you can be on a live stream, have your friends and family watch. It's great. It's great fun. Also, you can go back after the live stream's over. You can replay it, assess the situation, see every single card that your opponents have and see how they played it against you. Maybe you get also when you're looking at yourself, you can channel and say, you know what, I don't like that tell. Maybe I have a little something I do here or there, or I have a little habit that I want to break. It's a great opportunity to break that. We love live streaming a 1-3 game generated for the general public of poker. This is what majority of people play, is between 1-2 and 2-5, and 1-3 seems to be that sweet spot where it's a big game but not too big of a game. And majority of the poker players can really relate through this these stakes throughout not just the United States but all over the world. We have England in the house today.
Yes, we do.
We also have Canada a lot, the Philippines, Australia viewers. We've had Africa. Honestly, pretty much everywhere. Asia's been in the house too. Multiple countries tuning in. So no matter where you play around the world, this is a stake level that I think everyone can identify with. And there we go. We're back in action. Got the table. I'm wondering if I see now. Colonel still has a lot of chips in front of him too.
I was going to talk about Colonel a little bit. We are back to the action, and if he's in a big stack situation, and we're coming right back with a bomb pot.
Neil with a full house.
Oh my goodness!
Hey, don't have to wait long, do we, Vic?
No.
Just look at the screen. You get a full house on a bomb pot.
Let's see if anybody else here has got a 7, or if there's any clubs out there.
Interesting situation here. We will get our audio back up shortly, guys. By the way, there it is.
There it is.
All sometimes you have to do is ask and you shall receive.
The best club hand is really in the Colonel's hand.
Now Bunga's boy does have a 7,
and X-Man has got. He's too suited. He's too suited with 8s and a 4 and the Jack. So he's going to go all in here.
And he's going to be drawn pretty slim with the full house flopped if Neil calls.
Yeah, looks like it.
He's going to basically be drawn to an 8. Or a 7. But I see both 7s are out because MGM Bob has a 7. Bunga Boy has a 7.
So Neil's going to try to isolate here. He's going to go all in with his 4s. What he really doesn't want is somebody calling in here with a 7 and then hitting.
This is actually a perfect scenario for Neil because both players with a 7 might lay this down with all this action, thinking the full house is already in play.
Yep. Speaking of the 7s now, Bunga Boy with one of those.
This is the player that Neil wants to fold the most because, as you can see, MGM Bob has pocket kings.
Yes.
So he has less outs to boat up on.
Whereas Bunga Boy has
3 live cards.
3 live cards in his hand that could help him boat up if he makes this call. And right now it would be all of his chips to make this call. And he may have made up his mind already.
Yeah, if Neil will welcome the action from the other 2. This one will still have a sweat going on.
And I'm going to read Buddha's body language and believe that he's already decided to fold.
As you can see, Bunga Boy, though, we don't know this, but his 8 is drawing very slim because X-Man has pocket 8s.
X-Man's got 8s, yep.
You see a queen out there from D-Gen.
D-Gen's got a 6.
Yeah, and multiple 6s. OP's got a 6, so Bunga Boy is actually drawing a lot thinner than I thought. Yeah.
$200. You can't afford $200.
Fight me, dude.
So right now, Neil,
You mind your own damn business.
normally you're trying to fade multiple cards. For this situation, for the amount of money in, getting 3-1 on your money, he's in great shape to hold. Nothing's guaranteed, though. It is Omaha.
No. And the difference here between MGM and as far as we know from Bunga Boy, MGM Bob really likes to be in the mix. He likes to gamble, mix it up.
I've got removal from
Neil
everything else.
in the lead. There are still outs here for these other 3 players. And this is going to be a multi-way pot, I believe. It would at least could be 3 stacks. Paul
worse. I got 8 kings.
At
8,
the helm.
7.
1900 in the middle,
Flip them up.
Why you gonna have
You're supposed to in the no-nit game.
and a jack, and a 9. Neil holds.
Neil's 4s hold up.
Wow, what a monster pot.
Wow. Did he have
1900.
to fade or what? But he got there. And this is a huge pot for Neil.
Really afraid of his pocket set.
That's going to get him a lot of coffee.
In the words of Uncle Jesse from Full House, have mercy. What a return to the action.
Trip 7s with a bunch
How do I get that?
Trip 7s in a gutter.
How do I make that worse, you little more comfortable?
Yeah, Carrie, thank you for pointing that out. Thank you.
About 800 there. Oh, 800 in that spot, probably.
And I think he had, did he have everybody covered in this scenario? And I believe, oh, other than MGM, no, that whole pot's going his way. So Neil now close to $2,000 in chips after that bomb pot.
And you're technically in a lot of spots that have to fade. Even if he says like a 7-4, I'm like, you know what?
Thanks, Chris. I got this sweater courtesy of Dr. Boring.
I had kings.
But that's why I shove all in is to try to get rid of those.
You had 3 overs, he had 3
No,
overs.
there's one you got any on.
Well, I'm saying in a lot of spots, somebody, if 2 people have 7s and they have 3 other cards and they're not.
Yeah.
It could be up to like 30 outs.
Well, I had pocket kings. Yeah.
There's only one dealer I care about. Yeah, that hurts.
Not me either, I promise you that.
I got the tip.
There's only one dealer I care about.
Wow.
All right.
What a big hand. And you know what the thing
The second nut on the flop, I know you gotta have the nut.
is, when you have that action too, that puts a lot more money on the table with rebuys. So this game's just getting bigger and bigger.
That was crazy.
35. That was crazy. Yeah. 35.
35.
Crazier than I don't want.
And look at the stacks. And also,
Gonna see a call, I'm like, yeah, I don't
we
know.
went away for 15 minutes.
Player folds in.
Look at D-Gen. His
Yeah.
chip stack grew.
Yes, it did.
So
Is that what you're
he's
saying?
up to 1,200.
Yeah, right.
He's in for his 3rd buy-in, and he's grinded his way back to being close to even. Excellent job by D-Gen.
You know how many bullets you dodged?
Keeping the course steady.
But
Now you got half of the live stream where you can get in the green.
$500 bet and they call.
I scooped 2 Saturdays.
And right here we have D-Gen with the best of it with ace-jack on a king-jack 3 board. Both players not hitting top pair, but getting a piece. D-Gen in the lead with mid pair. Dr. Boyne with bottom.
Play bad and got lucky? Is that what-
I don't get away from it.
Playing bad. I don't know what the right answer is.
Well, I mean, the right answer is.
Neil and Buddha continue to go at it. Some really friendly banter here.
Alan H. in the house, by the way. Congrats, Alan, on that huge hand. On Tuesday, we saw $5,400 in the middle against Shimmy. Pocket aces versus King 5. The 9 came on the river, too.
100%.
So the best hand took back control,
100% the right call.
and he shipped a nice one. It was an enjoyable action hand.
Neil being in there first.
Fun to watch, and Alan was
What an idiot.
the benefactor.
Bottom full house,
That
no way
one.
to improve.
Bottom full house.
Getting a monster.
Bottom full house that I checked.
Sometimes one hand can make your night. And if you win
I'll give you pointers
that much money in one hand, that can definitely make your night.
way later. It's probably gonna. I'll give you pointers like 2 weeks before you die.
Were your cards?
That way you can go out like a $100.
Hey, that bomb pot, I saw you took notes, Vic. That one's definitely in contention for
It is.
the victory cigar hand of the night.
We did see a bomb pot earlier that was 1,600. This one eclipsed that, 1,900.
Now we have a Christine tuning in that says X-Mom is watching, so got some family,
Ah.
some good juju.
The X-Man.
X-Man's X-Mom in the house.
Any of his kickers hit.
It looks like we have 7 players in this one.
Wow, here comes a big pot.
80% of the
Yeah, 35 to go, 7-handed, 245 in the middle, and we have a 10-jack, 8-board, rainbow flop, top pair, top kicker for D-Gen.
Look at all these people that caught something. Joe with the ace-10,
Yeah,
D-Gen with the ace-jack.
OP open-ender.
With the king-9.
Top 2 for Colonel, though. He's got the
MGM
best of
Bob,
it.
queen-jack.
combined, you guys.
And the Colonel with jack-10, 2 pair.
threaded the needle there.
Yeah, this one can definitely get close to 1,000 if things go a certain way on the turn and river. Let's see how it plays out. 150 from
150.
MGM.
I was.
Now
Pot
Colonel.
is building up
It worked
quickly
out
here.
great.
The Colonel.
Once I got called.
And just a smooth call.
Just
Just
a
open the
smooth
door.
call.
That's dangerous a little bit. Because, I mean, OP,
Big time.
now with King 9,
Yeah.
I think for that price,
What's that?
he's got to like it.
He does have to like this.
Do it?
Open-ended. If a queen comes,
No. But there's 7-4.
Not to mention, what a money card would that be for him
And
if a queen comes.
King's
Yeah.
calling and Jack's calling. And,
so he does make the call.
I mean, I got to pay
$700 in the pot. Here comes the turn from Paul.
I paid you a lot of shit.
And there's a
I've been
king.
practicing.
Oh,
I've
wow.
been practicing. I've been practicing baby shit.
That card just, in everyone's mind, improves their hand except the Colonel. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I take that back. Colonel now has two
Colonel.
pair with the flush draw. I take that back. MGM Bob has an open-ender with a pair of jacks.
Watch porn and
OP has an open-ender with top pair.
Waste time, dude. You got to go home and practice, Buddha.
400 now from MGM Bob.
Every day I go
Second
home.
half of the day poker. First half of the day porn. Second half of the day poker.
1,100 in the middle.
Do you ever switch it? Do you ever?
Wake up and play poker.
Wait, the other poker.
It's like Groundhog Day.
What are you guys doing? What do you guys think he's doing now?
Yeah,
Essentially porn. This win.
poker. He can't figure out which poker he wants to play.
And, wow, Colonel gets rid of the hand. I mean, even if you're behind, you have so many outs. I'm surprised there. That
I am surprised at that, and he was having a really good start to this night.
And now OP.
Oh, and he would have gotten there with the spade.
Yeah. $1,500
And they check
pot.
it down to showdown, and OP now is going to take this down
The OP gets
with
it.
the king. And there's a big pot.
He threw that stiff it in there.
Hey, OP, good call.
Yeah, good call, buddy.
Good call.
Let's give me a red.
The OP is back, baby.
Yes, he is.
Like 19.
James, give me a stack of red. I'm sorry, he got it. He got it.
We all love it.
Giving the people what they want. I know
Yeah.
the viewers love OP. So do I. Shipping a big $1,500 pot. Congrats, OP.
I gotta put that out or no?
No.
I'm just a little surprised the Colonel letting go of two pair with the flush draw. Even if someone has a straight, you got so many outs to get there. A full house, a flush. 400 and two. You know, that would have been, if he would have called, would have been 1,900 in that pot.
Yeah.
Getting the right odds.
All right, time to go. Oh, thank you.
This is a $10 button straddle here now, and D-Gen, 8-6 of diamonds coming along. OP now picks up pocket twos. Does he call or does he raise? He calls.
Yeah, play the rush, OP.
Yeah, play the rush. Bunga Boy had folded. Mystery hand. And the Colonel coming off of a disappointing fold there. But now,
We got an ace, ace, queen, two hearts on the flop. And I don't see an ace or a queen in anyone's hand, but Bunga Boy had a Scooby-Doo hand, but he folded.
check around to the turn.
Well, Neil's going to bet $15 with 7 high. And OP is going to keep him honest with his 2 pair. And now a 10 of spades. Neil was 7 high. Keeping the story alive. Yeah. Neil needs a queen, 10, 7, or 6. He actually has a lot of outs with 7
He
high.
does have a lot of outs
to
with
take,
7
to take
high.
this hand. He's got 8 outs
Yeah,
still.
because he's only up against pocket 2s. But that's not one of them. The OP fades all of those. His 2s are in ahead, but he's going to check it over to Neil. Neil with a continuation bet. Continues to put the pressure on. Continued from his bet on the turn. And he gets OP to fold the deuces.
And he shows it.
And he shows it.
Nice.
And he takes down a nice pot there. Yeah,
7
Greg,
high.
I will check in. Greg Rogers, I will check in with with the chosen one here
Yeah, but you were
on
the
getting
last
the
one on
VPIP
my
and or
value
getting
thing.
the plus minus, what we see sometimes when we have an interruption in our service is that sometimes those aren't as accurate. We may have to just rely on a chip count.
Buddha, I would love
But
to do it. 'Cause I'd show Buddha
Tyler
twice.
will let us know what he's got available for us,
I'm easy to bluff.
graphics-wise, for
I'm
tonight's
easy to bluff. I'm probably the easiest guy.
1-3 no limit hold'em cash game, going till 10:15 tonight.
40? 40
That was fun though, Pete. Yeah, it was. Being in the hand with you, it made it fun.
Respect for the OP from Neil, as it should be. When you're the OP, you don that.
False.
All right, I'll stop. Okay.
Here it comes. 200.
Dr. Boring now, great position, ace-jack of clubs. Big bet, $200. Trying to put the pressure on. D-Gen now with ace-king offsuit. He's out of position with Dr. Boring. Dr. Boring representing a pretty big hand here with that $200 bet. And D-Gen has worked hard to climb back from a hole that started early on tonight. And he's going to get out of the way, let that go. OP, Queen Jack of Diamonds folds, X-Man, 9-8 of spades. X-Mom is watching, and he's going to make this call. And we're going to go heads up to the flop. 9-8 of spades, Ace-Jack of clubs, and here from Paul comes the flop.
And we got a King 4-7 board, couple of clubs, nut flush draw for Dr. Boring.
Quick all in from Dr. Boring. He wants to shut this down. Part of that was, I believe, they were down to the final two, or one of the final three of this round of the yellow no nit chip. And now there are two. Nope, I see three still. Now you got Joe.
It might have saved you a bunch of money.
Did you?
Yeah, it might have saved you a bunch of money.
It might have been a great. It might have been a great pull.
You've got Bunga's boy. You got
Did
Buddha.
have the nut draw.
That's all
Yeah, I
I
don't want to
can
show
say.
the ace king there though.
Yeah.
All right, cool. But he's got the nut
And I
draw.
believe X-Man still have the yellow no nit chip.
I mean, if you show
And
three
if you're just joining us here,
We got a 10 under the gun.
and yes, the only thing we can produce right now is the chip count for our No Nit Thursday.
Oh, look at that. 5 players over 1,000 in a $500 max buying game.
Yeah,
Another player over 800.
Get the fuck out of here. God damn.
The chips are flying around, folks. This is a great game so far tonight on this Thursday night. Thanks for joining us.
It depends on the call.
yeah, Steve. Maybe the graphics are wrong on the Ace King there.
Fold a nut flush draw?
Not sure. He had taken quite a bit of, some body blows here.
I know it's coming.
And Dr. Boring has not been playing a lot of hands. Dr. Boring was, definitely trying to represent aces or kings with that bet. So, it's situational.
Raise 55.
But, yeah, definitely a tough fold there to make ace-king.
There's a clock on the TV.
Now, Bunga's boy is going to raise it up to 55 with ace-jack offsuit.
55 total.
OP has got diamonds again, queen 9 of diamonds. He needs 45 to make the call. Looks like he's reaching for the calling chips at least. And they're just giving him a hard time. You heard clock in the background, but that's tongue in cheek. Joe comes along, and we're going to go three-handed here to this flop.
Yeah, nice pot, 179 in the middle. And we got a 7-6-3 board, couple of clubs. Right now, Joe flopping the best of it.
Check. Check around.
And they check it around.
And now an ace, a free card.
free
Let's
card.
Bunga boy take control.
Yeah,
Check.
big turn card there for Bunga Boy. I don't think he's going to check it this time.
Yes, how many times do we say sometimes that free card can burn you?
Yes. OP out of the way.
And Joe makes the fold.
That's it.
By the way, smash that like button. We're 2 likes away from 50, halfway to 100. So if you're tuning in, please hit that like button.
Go ahead, man.
Helps the channel get out there, get in the traffic zone of YouTube when people are searching. You guys are the lifeline, the bloodline of this live stream, and we appreciate you.
He was up. Dodo is up for some reason.
And we got the cumulative winnings back.
I came down here to drop off money.
Can't explain the poker guy's operation. On this one.
And you can see Buddha, Dr. Boring, and Neil.
I'm not leaving until I got all
Put your
Buddha's
big blind
money.
in there,
I
OP.
love spending Buddha's money. One way or the other.
Spread it around.
I'm gonna take it all and I'll tip
OP now in the big blind.
I'm just
It's a $10 straddle on the button. Ace-10 of spades, and he's just going to make the call. Making the call also with an ace is X-Man.
Can't help who you like.
even if you don't know why.
Dr. Boring gets out of the way. Buddha looking down at Queen 10 on the button.
This looks like an opportunity for Buddha to punish those two quote-unquote limpers, but he doesn't. So we're going to go three-handed into this flop.
I think part of that might be, too, because of the players in there. OP and X-Man seem to be seeing that they like to see flops throughout the whole show.
Yeah.
But what a flop for Buddha.
No kidding.
Bottom pair with an open ender. OP still has the best of it, though. He has a gut shot to Broadway with bottom pair. Also has backdoor spades.
X-Man basically with a gut shot. He's going to make this call.
Yeah, he's not shy.
Here he comes.
And Buddha makes the call as well. So three-handed going to the turn.
And now the 8 of hearts. That doesn't change anything for anybody.
Check. Check. Check around.
Oh,
Buddha gets there.
Buddha does get there.
Straight on the turn.
See if I can steal this one.
Buddha.
I don't know if he's going to steal anything.
No. Particularly since he announced it.
Yeah. Oldest trick in the book.
Yeah, that's a little suspicious.
Good steal, Buddha. Good steal. Good steal.
Good steal.
Yeah,
Take
yeah, I
candy
mean, it
from
wasn't
the
obvious
lady.
you had a
Good
queen in
steal.
your hand.
You
You
got
might
it.
as well you might as well have a queen tattooed on your forehead.
Yeah.
I think we were all thinking what Neil just said.
Yes.
Let me see if I can steal this.
Yes, leave it to Neil to...
That really made me
And I don't know what surgeon shot the horseshoe. So deep.
Man, it's so painful to watch.
Jesus
I
Christ.
thought,
Joe's down to you.
down to you again.
Never catch a bad beat.
Me and the fucking
Christ.
That's why I was trying
craziest guy on the table.
All right, 10 under the
You guys are acting real jealous.
I missed
Nice
my-
hand, Buddha.
Hey,
Thanks,
Buddha,
buddy.
great play, Buddha.
I missed it.
Especially on the river.
I'll
That was
see
great.
it.
Max value.
Max value on the
Max
river.
value.
We got
value.
I want to look like a bluff.
You had all the blockers to the nuts.
You want to make it look like a ball? Keep your mouth shut, dude.
Come on.
Kind of a quiet night here for Joe.
With one liner to it, damn.
And he's been kind of quiet. But he's going to go ahead and raise it up.
That will work. They don't see the board. They're all fucking blind.
Make it 90 to go with the K9. X-Man hoping for a good hand here.
Oh, I wish
Likes
Opie
the
had
action. He would
there.
like to be involved.
No, Buddha knew he had a blocker to the knot to the queen, you know?
I've never wanted somebody.
And he's going to go all in. And a quick call there from Joe.
Seal this.
Wow.
Action.
Action.
Good luck, guys.
The two nets.
And we don't have monsters. We got King 3 and King 9.
Oh, you're gonna be so mad.
It's good for the game.
I've put you on that hand.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
put you on that hand like 13 times today.
193. I thought that was a 3 in the window.
Chop off.
Uh-oh. 5 would have been a good card.
And the 9 is going to hold up here, the King 9 for Joe. Tough night here for X-Man, and I think he's going to bid his farewell here.
Yeah, real great giving you guys all my money.
He's had a couple of tough runs here on the live stream, but very good player, I think, and a great guy. I don't think he's going to get discouraged. I believe we'll see him back again, and that is going to start a
new round of the
yellow no nit chip coming around.
What if he ain't got it?
Well, then he should be playing fucking poker if he ain't got fucking $50.
Well, he's borrowing money from him to play the game.
Yeah, but that's because he didn't want to get it. That's all.
I'll do it card.
Not because he don't have it.
Okay, have it.
He ain't paying
No,
until
no,
next
it's
year.
the dealer's pocket.
I'll see you after the first of the year.
You're lucky.
So we are now 9-handed here. We had a little technical difficulty earlier, and we thank everyone for sticking around with us.
DJing with pocket threes.
We will be going till 10:15 tonight. About another hour and a half.
I mean, he don't
I heard them talking earlier about whether they were going to stick around and play afterwards. Sounds like it's a possibility after we go off the air.
Cousins for sure.
Yeah.
I see 3.
And here we go, 4-handed. D-Gen this time with the threes.
Yeah, we have a ace deuce 5 flop, a couple of spades.
Neil, 2-pair, checks it.
Flush draw 2 for Bunga Boy. D-Gen also with a gut shot with his threes. He's got to be thinking if he hits a 3 or a 4, he should be good. And top 2 pair, flush draw. The gutter with the set draw.
60. No one on the list.
60 to go.
A little bit of everything here.
He not coming back?
Yep.
See if there's someone out there wants to
I think there was somebody else.
Yeah, I think there's someone waiting. Or at least
Bring next one in.
Smooth call here from Neil with the 2-pair.
Flirting with danger. Maybe he wants to just see if it's a blank on the turn before he gets crazy.
He's getting the money.
Playing a little pot control. Interesting to pick his brain on that.
Yeah.
Told him he'd give him a week. Yeah, a week. Give him a week on the money. 60 to go.
Yeah, he knows we're going to be back here next Thursday, right?
That was his quarter.
And that raise was from
That was
D-Gen.
Who you're gonna play Saturday?
So you just need
No, it's Omaha.
No, it's not.
No, that's next.
Oh, that's
not-
following Saturday.
Yeah, that's
Oh, we're 3-handed going to the turn.
And now that's 6. Does give some more outs for Bunga Boy.
No, it's not. I looked at the thing.
He can hit trips along with his flush.
150.
150 is the bet.
Play this game every chance I get, man.
Should I say 3 of a kind?
So much fun. I've never laughed more at a poker game than this setup.
I'd play more. It should.
They need someone to sit over there.
Hey, I didn't mean to call you
It's too
Levine.
far to go.
I didn't mean to call you Levine.
I'm not about that.
Oh, I think the person that was asking.
You actually Levine's brother or cousin?
You want to play, see, next week, Thursday next week, you coming back to play this, or
I'm flying out.
you want to catch it? Okay, you just want to,
I'll go leave. You're on FC, I'm in FC.
yeah.
I'm gonna leave. I don't know, Saturday, Sunday or something.
Bunga's Boy, his first night here on the live stream. Utilizing that handle of Bunga's Boy as a tribute to his mother.
What are the lines? 1-3 yellow?
I think that's the first place.
734,
Same format.
They should just need
1-3.
He's not
I know
going
they
to
could probably buy in for
call for a draw here. And that bet goes all the way through.
1,000?
Oh, nice hand by Neil taking it down.
So Neil now climbing up over $2,000 in chips.
He's having a really good night. 2,100 for
Good
Neil.
night here.
Mr. Coffee. He can buy all the Folgers he needs.
I think he had a big ace, but I had to find out if you had the straight.
He had an ace on jack.
And we got a dealer change. Nicky coming back in.
That's why I made it 60.
Right. I'll be honest with you, I didn't
we have
because
I think I'll go get an update on that satellite tonight. the satellite is to get a seat into the $200 buy-in
If I go up,
New Year's Day, 25K in a day. We just had that graphic up there on the board. We'll be starting that at noon.
Well, you're gonna get better seats, you're gonna get more seats.
That's an important piece of information. Always know what the start time is, and based on the 25-minute levels, you'll have close to 3 o'clock to still get in if you can't make it here at noon.
I don't think you can.
Well, I'm saying it's.
3 to play.
When I say big, I'm talking big game.
$3.
Looks like Dr. Bourne is going to bump it up now with 7-6 offsuits, switching it up. Never a bad thing.
I'm enticing call.
That'll never make it.
He's been a little quiet in the last hour.
It's a fluffer.
Did you break the TV, Joe?
It's a fluffer.
I think the battery went dead on the remote.
He just wants to make sure I don't fold.
That's correct.
Buddha's going to come along with the suited King 7 of diamonds.
Yeah.
And it looks like we've got a little technical difficulty in here. Get to you guys soon. We might have to restart this again. Sorry about the technical issues. It is live TV. It is live TV, and like I said, my partner Vic Gager, he's actually going out to get some information on the satellite. But yeah, we're going to probably stretch our legs. Neo, could we get the 1 million guarantee thrown up there? Possibly. For everyone to look at. Just some information for our 1 million guarantee. We'll keep that on the screen. We're going to be back in 10-15 minutes. Hold tight. Thanks again, guys, for sticking in with us. We're going to work through this technical difficulty right now, but we'll be back shortly. All right, back live in the straddle. Well, not really the straddle. We're not playing, but yeah. We're back live, guys, and thanks for going through that little mix-up technical difficulty. Talk to the wizard. He's already on the phone getting it all set up where we're going to get some, I guess what you could say, the ITs looking into this. But we have a great game tonight. If you've been watching our 1-3 no limit game, myself and Vic were talking about multiple players really far ahead in chips tonight. There's a lot of money on the table. It's a $500 max buy-in game. We had 5 players over 1,000. That's on the halfway mark, a little bit ahead of schedule, Vic.
It looks like we're coming right back into a big hand here.
Heating up. Looks like about, 3 1/4 on the river?
Yes, and this is going to go Neil's way here with the straight. The
Neil's
pocket tens,
killing it tonight.
The pocket tens of the Colonel did not hold up.
Well, he was at 2,100 when we left before this last 15-minute break, and as you see, there was 3 1/4 just on the river alone. So I can only imagine he's probably profiting about at least $400 or $500 right there. So the mountain of Mr. Coffee continues. Folgers. The best part of waking up is more chips in your cup.
That's right.
But yeah, MGM Bob rocking the snowman shirt too. Shout out to MGM Bob with I'll call it the Pocket 8 sand.
The snowman, the Pocket 8 sand. There you
Pocket
go.
8, the Pocket 8 shirt.
Yes.
There we go. From MGM. Oh, we got the button, the rock and play. That'll be $10. Juicing up the action. Like I said, on this No Nit Thursday. That's a favorite one. Folds the Neil. Go around to the Colonel. He's getting out of the way. Joe, Dr. Boring was 7-5 suited, and he's going to bump it up to 50. There you go, Dr. Boring.
Yeah.
Showing a new leaf. I like it. Ace King, though, for the OP, the People's Champion. Give the people what they want, OP. They want to see a moment. But this will be interesting here. The polar opposite of hands. 7-5 suited versus Ace King of diamonds. And we have a deuce, 4 jack board, couple of hearts.
And Dr. Boring's going to continuation bet here. And OP's Ace King did not hit anything. We've seen OP make some strong calls here tonight. He's ahead here, but he is going to lay this down.
Thank you. Played it well and have the
Dr. Boring with the bluff, 7 high.
You didn't even have a gut shot in your bet. Look at you.
Dr. Boring did not have the yellow no nit chip in front of him at that point, so he did not have to show, and he chose not to.
He wanted to show for pride because Mr. Coffee's at the table.
All
Yeah.
I care about is Buddha still's got a nit chip because of
There you go.
We're all old enough to where we smell a fart, we all think we did.
Thank you, sir.
So, there's just these two.
Oh yeah, and I take that.
Again.
Yeah, the camera's warmed up. Get the Zoom warmed up.
Oh, we all know who the nit is. The camera for that. It's all right, Buddha. It's gonna be all right.
This is our 1-3 no limit hold'em cash game, our No Nit Thursday. Our next live stream will be Saturday night, which is the regular Joe Poker Show, and then next Tuesday we will not be live streaming. The day after Christmas is a big day for us as we're doing $100 hot seats giveaway every half hour between the hours of 6:30 and 10:30. Come and play that tournament, $100 buy-in, $5K, and a guaranteed.
There you go. Got my
And those hot seat giveaways apply to cash and tournament
4
seats.
players.
4 players now going to the flop.
Little variety pack.
He's rake.
Check, check.
Take that back, 3 players.
Check.
Queen on the turn, and 7 high is the best hand, so if you just breathe on it, it'll work.
How 1-3 game's supposed to play.
Don't tell me that.
MGM takes it down. A win's a win, even the small ones.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Don't forget to deal it.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about a lot of the games I'm playing. I've been playing with the same guys for years.
Yes.
And
I think that might have been the smallest pot I've ever seen on this.
So wacky. I mean, it's so
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good point from Nikki. Probably the smallest pot she's seen in this game. Happens once in a while. Cards just don't come.
say the dealer
They just look at each other.
But we're back to the action here, and it's been some great action here tonight.
No, that
We saw a $1,600 bomb pot, and then a $1,900 bomb pot. There's been a lot of chips going back and forth across this table.
Colonel now with the king nine of hearts. He's going to bump it up to $8.
Talking about playing at home games.
I don't wanna
how to
hear it.
spot cheaters in the home game.
I don't want to hear it.
And it's mainly the squeeze play.
Hey, Buddha, you can just
OP knows a lot about squeeze play.
Oh, it's a finger boost.
so make sure
The OP getting recognition for being the OP.
Did Timmy play this weekend?
And Neil,
Did he play?
now pocket aces here,
Yeah, we played over.
and he's going to raise this up and make it 58.
Yeah, he's going to hope to get it heads up here. And he does.
And he does.
10 in the morning, Bob.
No, that was 2 weeks ago.
Neil's having a great night, but he
MGM
still
might be
still has a pretty good reputation of having a wide range. So the Colonel's not going to believe him here with these aces. Call with the king nine of hearts, and we're going to go heads up to the flop.
Yeah, 140 in the middle.
Close to, oh, you did make the final two.
Nice action. 9, deuce, 4.
Got card dead.
What a flop for Neil with aces. Also the nut flush draw.
$500,000. They got pocket sixes.
Top pair for Colonel.
Five.
And he's going to bump it up.
Any pair's good at that point. A runner day.
Interesting bet pattern here, and there is a heart.
That's actually the,
Another diamond. Oh my goodness.
so in a way, yes, it locks up the hand for him.
Yeah.
But the ultimate scare card to slow down the action for Colonel.
Yeah,
for,
Colonel
Neil.
really doesn't have anything of this anymore, and a bet of 75, and this should prompt a quick fold here from Colonel. Pete, I don't know if Neil has a brother named Nate.
He got knocked out. It could happen.
Against all of my good
17
judgment.
million.
70 million, I mean.
Against all of my good judgment. I'm going to play. I got the net.
Oh, and he says against all his good judgment, he's going to make the call.
That's the second bet, sir.
Didn't listen to the inner child and went ahead and made the call.
I'm not very smart.
It's a virtual.
Hey, you're amongst well.
Thank you.
Neil.
Man, Neil with a little run good on that call on the river.
Yes.
Can't complain there.
All I got was 2 pairs. Probably 2 pairs.
What I do know about Neil is that he's one heck of a carpenter.
That was me.
Hey,
Don't
I
do
love-
it. Don't do it.
Hey,
But
I love the fact that you
Done some work for my wife and I over the years, and also very much responsible for the table that you're looking at right now.
Small blind, big blind, 3 to play.
You want to straddle?
Your first
Yeah,
draw.
why don't I? Can I kind of straddle?
Oh, yeah, you can straddle. There's only 2 nits left anyway, so.
I don't like that word.
$10.
Yeah, you got 10 on the
Don't worry, Jeremy, you're in a good company.
Yeah.
I would have called it. Eduardo is here, guys.
D-Gen looks like he might have taken some hits while we had that break in the action with our technical difficulty. He was at one point closer to 12 or 1,300 in chips.
$40.
Might be from Neil. He's got 3 stacks of almost 3. He's almost have about, let's see, almost 1,500 in green. And alone
Yeah.
with some black chips on top. Monster stack from Neil.
What do you mean no redraw? I had a
And now we go
redraw
heads
6,
up.
6,
MGM Bob opening up that range.
And we got a
Check.
5, 6, ace rainbow board.
Good opportunity here for continuation bet, and he does. And the Colonel lets go of that Jack 10 pretty quickly.
You know what? If I win with a kayak, I'm good with it.
It was a kayak.
If I win with a kayak, I'm good with it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't have to have the next Buddha.
Yeah, for the life.
Vic, it's the time.
Oh, I got the
It's the time you wait for every night.
Great EPLO.
Vic, did you notice?
Did we hit this? We are. We are
Yes.
in the
double board, guys.
final power hour.
For Bobby Filet.
The Bobby Filet
Yeah, the Bobby Filet special power.
power hour. And we've got a dealer change. We're at the top of the hour, which of course means a bomb pot.
I'm good with one board just because.
I don't know.
And now it's up to the group consensus to decide whether to go single board or bomb pot, double board, because they are down to 9 players.
When
and possible to do a double board if they choose
If you guys
to.
wanna raise it, you guys can, so.
So Neil is trying. Excuse me. Eddie is getting verification while everybody gets in their $10 for the bomb pot.
I got $4 right here.
See that out? So there you go.
And the bomb pot button is on MGM Bob.
I like
4 cards to everybody.
I like single board
in the
better
box,
because
get a little
they got a
better.
lot less. I mean, double board, you're split.
It's easier for the dealer.
Yeah, who wants to split the pot? Come on.
It's so hard to sweep it.
Hey Neil, it's 9 guys, $10. How much is in the pot?
9 guys, $10, $40.
You get 10 cards for $10. 6 on the board.
There we go. 2 boards.
Thanks, Bob.
It don't get better than that.
And they are going to do a double board bomb pot. So here comes the second board from Eddie. We got 7s and a 5 on the bottom, and spades with ace 5 queen on the top.
I check.
And the action's going to start with Neil. And Neil's got 9s, 7, 3. He checks it.
Check it.
What a monster flop for him on the top.
And this
top
is
2
checking
pair.
around quickly.
Top 2 pair with the gut shot, the Broadway with the queen high flush draw.
And they're going to check it all the way around. Here comes the turn. 3 7s now. Any pairs out there?
We have quads for Neil, so he's good for half of it. Yeah, I like betting small here and trying to get multiple people involved in this.
Yeah.
Just trying to fluff it up.
And you have to use 2 cards in your hand.
Well, because now Joe also has ace queen. So minus, as long as someone doesn't have pocket aces, he's good.
Bunga's boy. He's going to make the call. So now this pot is starting to build.
Yeah, he's got a full house too. 7s and kings on the bottom. I think that might be good possibly.
What's that?
Bunga's
Oh,
boy
yes,
with pocket
yep.
kings in his hand.
You're right. You're right.
I mean, he just ran in the quads though.
He did run into quads unless a card bigger than a 9 comes out on the river.
Yeah, but he's got the 3rd nut there, and he's also got outs on the top. And there's a jack, and now a 10.
315. Pause.
315.
There's a pot bet from Neil. That would be all of Bunga Boy's chips to make this call.
And he'll lose both boards.
Yeah, I got pocket aces, dude.
I got 2 pair on the bottom, quads on the top.
Quad.
And there's the quads. So they're going to chop this up.
And to go with what I normally say, you see the queens on there? Every time someone says I have 2 pair on a board, it's always a bad 2 pair.
Yeah.
Nuts on that board.
You always hear when it's a good 2 pair you're proud of, they'll say the exact 2 pair. Oh, I got aces and queens. I got, kings and queens.
Yeah.
Queens and 10s. Every time someone says I have 2 pair, it's always like a bottom under pair, like 2 queens on there, and they have pocket 4s or something like that. And I'm just like, come on.
Can you beat the top? Or no?
No, quads? No, you got quads.
You got white.
I was actually hoping you had
5
5
whites,
like
yeah.
that.
5 whites.
Yeah.
With the action that was going on, though, both of them have a profit coming to this. Chop. Neil now, you can see he's up 1,400. Buddha up 1,400. Dr. Boring in the green. Not quite 1,000 up.
Just strips, I checked it.
Joe in the green, OP in the green. X-Man, it was a tough night for him. He has exited the game. Bunga Boy, his very first time here on the live stream.
Yeah, but it was a good board.
And MGM Bob still has the power hour here. This will be the start of our 1-3 no limit hold'em
Almost all the outs.
no Nit Thursday power hour, and this where we typically see the range is opening up
Just made a little bit.
and the bet sizing opening up.
And I couldn't, and I didn't have a pocket pair. So
See if that holds true tonight.
That's why I couldn't get wrong.
Be a doozy.
I was getting greedy and calling for a 9 on the. On the other, I was calling for a 9.
Yeah,
That's
man.
just a range around a little straight right now.
Yeah, they are. Oh, that's easy. That's an easy hand to play.
Yeah, that was even I knew how to play that one.
$10 straddle here.
There's a straddle for 10 over there.
Buddha makes the call.
Find your money
Calls
out.
all around until we get to Neil. He's got 8-4 on the button,
Pass on this one.
but he gets out of the way.
All that shit.
Now Dr. Boring has the option after his straddle, and he checks it. But six-handed going to this flop.
Yeah, they're hanging in there.
We got a
Hold
10.
on, Bob.
I'm sorry. Yeah, 10 Jack 6 board, couple of hearts.
Buddha's open-ended.
40.
Same with the OP.
So same with the OP, yeah.
Same with Joe.
And Joe.
We have 3 different combinations of an open-ended straight draw. This should get interesting.
This should get very interesting. There's a bet from Buddha and a call from OP.
Rough estimate.
Back over to Joe. He makes the call. And Dr. Boring, he's going to come along with his ace-8.
Well, he's having trouble. He's never had that many chips.
And now a 6 on the turn.
You know what? Can you just
Doesn't
take your
help
hands down?
anybody.
I'm trying, Joe. I'm trying to
6 of diamonds. I think Dr. Bourne was hoping.
So they check it around, a free card.
And somehow Dr. Bourne survives the landmines, and his ace high currently is still good.
26.
I folded.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's okay. He's allowed to have cards on his first.
And if you're putting a player on a straight draw, Dr. Bourne's thinking about calling this. So I believe there's a bet into him.
We've been trying to tell you that for years.
Thanks, man.
Oh,
Kept me
see,
alive.
fucking hucklebuck me.
Thought I was losing that.
Fucking hucklebuck me.
And he shows it. I don't believe there was a bet. I think,
Just a fold out of turn.
yeah, just a fold out of turn.
Okay, fair
Joe
enough.
made a fold out of turn. I think Dr. Boring was going to bet that anyway. Nobody makes a call because everybody missed their draws.
Neo, can you get a confirmation for us? Was that a bet out of turn or a fold out of turn? And Dr. Boring bet. Okay, he folded out of turn.
Yep.
Okay.
Grateful for me.
Thank you.
So yeah, Dr. Boring bet
Neil's got
bluffing, but yeah, he still had the best hand.
23. I'm gonna say 27.
But a run out like that on a board like that, when no one's really hammering it on the turn and the river, that can prompt sometimes where if you got ace high and you want to make a hero call,
Skill.
you got to feel pretty good about it. No one was acting like they had a really made hand the way that played out. Kind of a feeler bet on the flop,
Just another bomb pot.
Run it.
Do it.
and everyone got a little shy.
Who forgot to straddle?
Especially with a 6 pair in the board and then a deuce. That's about blank city as you're going to get.
Here, I'll straddle. 20.
20.
There we go, 20 for Buddha with ace jack.
Oh.
D-Gen's going to come in with the 5-3 suited.
No, you're good, man. I'm in your wood. Just give me the
Sell
flop.
over here.
You're really fine. I don't want to pay the nit on top of the 20.
But if you think you're gonna get the free pass here, buddy,
I'm in here too, so I could.
Dr. Boring's going to come along and says there's no free passes.
Don't give up on me yet.
Yeah, don't give up. The dealer saying doesn't give me a straight flush.
that's me.
10 Queen Jack, couple of hearts. Great flop for Buddha. Top pair with a gut shot to Broadway.
How do you know it's you? You haven't even looked at both cards yet.
I looked at both cards at this point.
Colonel, the only other player that has something top pair.
Yeah, guy.
time.
I mean,
Okay, we go heads up here to the turn.
Oh, wow, 2 pair for Colonel.
$135 is the bet.
And a quick call there from Buddha.
Yeah, well, Buddha also got some more straight outs. A 9 would give him a straight along with the king.
13 outs here for Buddha.
Yeah. And there it is.
Yeah. exactly what he needed.
I think Colonel's probably going to check that.
He
Yeah,
does.
nice check.
Check to showdown.
Damn it.
Surprised Buddha didn't go for any value there.
He was too.
Ah, dang,
I mean, I love when Buddha tells me how I play bad.
But a nice hand for Buddha, regardless.
That's a long time without playing a hand.
And he avoids paying the no nit chip
I
fine.
have a theory, guys.
Oh, the nit cam. Here's the nit cam.
D-Gen with the nit cam. Nit cam in full effect.
Hey, don't bother.
Don't bother.
I love the nit cam.
Yes.
One horseshoe up his ass. Entire colon is full of horseshoes. Unbelievable.
All friends and family can screenshot that, take a picture, send that as a Christmas card.
Hey, Neil, play better. Hey, Neil, play better.
I could have showed
Hey,
it
Neil.
off.
Hey, Neil. Oh, hold on. Let me shut my mouth for a second.
That's what donkeys do.
Yeah, I could have showed it off.
Jeez.
Of course he's going, yeah.
They are having a good time here tonight.
I disagree with that. He's not that stupid.
Listen, he only got $200 left. Yeah, he would have definitely called all that. Guaranteed he would have called all that.
I didn't. I just look at his
He got the lead the whole way. Why don't he bet the river? I thought he had a hand.
Guy, I gotta tell you,
Turns out he
you gotta
didn't have
have
a hand
people like
to
him at
bet.
the table.
You get like 300 hours.
Okay. I the river. I'm not betting the river.
They're all over Buddha for not betting that.
Oh, I played
Hey, Buddha, nice playing, man. Nice playing, Buddha.
Let's
And
play.
they
Now
are
I
just
see how he makes his money live. Live from reserve.
Hammering
For your
away.
cousins, guys. Watch this train wreck. Get back on the rail.
Professional punter.
Professional punter. Browns missed out on that one.
He's not even like
Don't try this at home.
I had him pre-flop.
Buddha, stop.
I had him on the flop.
No, he flopped your
Did you?
pair.
Oh, he turned.
He turned. No, it turned.
He turned two pair. The only street he was ahead was a turn.
Right.
And then I caught up on the river.
And of course, you knew all that shit.
Eddie's trying to keep control of this game as best as he can.
I knew you had a kicker, bro.
Yeah, you had a kicker, bro.
Going a little bit off the rails here. They're having so much fun. Buddha now pocket kings. And just a perfect time to pick up the pocket kings when these guys are just going after him. He raises it up to 50. He's making it look like
So you still call when you're behind, right? While knowing.
trying to be a nuisance here to the table with that $50, but in fact he's got a strong hand with the kings. Now Neil with queens. Oh boy. Call your friends, call your neighbors, call your cousins. This hand could get messy. And a 3-bet here from Neil with pocket queens, and it suddenly got very quiet as Neil puts out a bet of 325 or 375 and a quick call here from Buddha. Everybody else getting out of the way. $850 pot.
Big hand alert.
MGM Bob, I think, considered trying to be a spoiler here with that Jack-7 of diamonds, but he gets out of the way, and here we are, heads up.
854 in the middle, and we got a this is a flop that could get Neil in some trouble. Jack 6-9. You got a straight draw, you got a flush draw, so you don't normally want to slow play either one of these two hands.
And MGM Bob had the kind of hand that would really get him in trouble against these two if he'd have made the call.
Really?
$600 bet here from Buddha. A call from Neil. Oh, and there's the king and another diamond.
I'm all in.
Neil makes a bet, and the response is an all-in from Buddha.
I think Neil could get away from this, possibly.
1275.
Well, and the diamond might help him get away from that.
Diamond and an over. Straight got there. Flush got there. Ace-king got there. Even though, you're not putting him on top set, maybe. I'm assuming by what we saw on the flop, he wasn't putting him on pocket kings.
And now it got quiet. Rightfully so.
Oh, boy, Buddha.
Ace is no good, buddy.
I think you got like ace jack of diamonds, to be honest with you. But
Nope. But your aces are no good.
I don't have aces, but might as well.
Oh, you're fine.
Same thing.
I was ahead the whole way.
Folds the queens, and Buddha is going to show his kings.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what.
And MGM Bob is the one that had the diamonds.
Neil has to feel pretty fortunate. Obviously, that one hurts losing a big pot like
Yeah.
that, but you're in for 500. You still have 1,800 in front of you.
Yeah.
So you're still well over 1,000 in the profit range.
Yeah, good hand, Buddha.
Let's say I raise.
You got to think when you're going to play a live stream, there's going to be 1 or 2 coolers.
Then what hand you put me
So
on?
the odds are you want to try to get more chips. So when you get hits like that, you're still in the green.
Yeah.
He's got queen.
He loses me if he does that.
He bet $600 on the flop because he's got an overplay. He thinks it's good. He can't put me on a better play.
I'm not thinking it's good. I gotta find out. if it's
Re-raise
good.
pre-flop.
There's a
The
difference.
conventional thing to do is to re-raise pre-flop.
There's a difference between thinking it's good and
Are you happy
trying to
getting
find
the
out.
notification?
I think I'd like to get a lot more money pre-flop in there.
I don't know.
I like what Neil just said. There's a difference between thinking it's good and finding out if it's good.
Exactly.
If he pre-flop raise, I get rid of it.
You still play the queens the proper way, even though you might lose some in this situation when you're cooler. But like I said,
And
he
we've
still
got
has
a
1,800
$10
from
button
him.
straddle from Dr. Boring by virtue of the rock.
He got
Well,
the
Buddha
most
has,
Yeah,
geez Louise, 3,300 in front of him. Like I said, a $500 max
You're a
buying game.
professional putter. Yeah, we are a little jealous because you're a professional putter and you're still winning. Buddha. Yeah, we are a little jealous.
Buddha.
It's not a good look on you.
Very seldom do I agree with you. It hurtes me to agree with
Did
you.
I win the max there?
Shout out to Cheeseburger tuning in. Said he saw Jake at the Jack.
It's all on film.
Raise and out.
Dr. Boring's going to raise this up after seeing people limp in with that $10, and he's going to make it 60 bucks. 8-7 of diamonds. D-Gen was hoping to see a cheap flop with the 7-5. OP's going to come along with the king-queen. Neil also 7-5, but he's going to make the call, and Joe now ace-9, so we're going to go four-handed to the flop.
You know, if I don't have queens there, you lose a lot of value, like he's saying.
Yes. The jack scared me more than anything.
OP getting the best of this with the queen.
I was afraid you had jacks.
Neil gets a piece of this, still talking about that big hand. Checking it around. And now 8 of spades. OP's going to come out with his top pair, king kicker.
Yeah, he's still in really good shape, even with that turn card.
Dr. Boring's going to look him up, though.
Non-believer.
Non-believer. He did hit a piece, but the ace could slow things down.
And jack 7 of diamonds.
Check mark at OP's. But let's see if Dr. Boring wants to make a move, because he did do a pre-flop raise.
Queen with the king.
And he checks it.
But I mean, you can't.
Tough situation there for Dr. Boring, I think, to make a stab at that. You got a player like OP that can get sticky,
Yes, it does.
You have top
and
pair
trying
withdrawal.
to bet him off with 3 clubs out there and an ace on the river
I would, sure.
might have been pretty difficult, given the way that hand played out.
I'm not going anywhere.
We got a look from Dr. Boring as though he thinks he might have missed that opportunity.
I just hate it when Buddha wins. It's like,
You're not the only one.
It's like getting beat up by a girl.
No, Neil, I like when he wins. It's always coming back.
$10 straddle.
It's always coming back.
Or that, or getting beat up by Eddie.
Well, that's different.
It can happen.
It'd be like me and Eddie trying to, pick up a chick and he gets her.
Says the happily long-time married man, Neil.
Love and affection.
Makes you feel very welcome, doesn't it? Eddie, what's wrong with your face?
Everything. Thank you. It don't fix it though, but thank you. 45.
Tell your mama said
I will.
Tell your mama said you're sorry.
Thanks, Dad.
Don't talk about my mom.
Now here's a raise from Bunga's boy, and I like this raise given that he's been not playing a lot of hands. He's on the button, king 10 offsuit, and he's going to get a lot of callers here, quite a few callers. We're going to go 5-handed into this flop.
Quite
with
the pot builder.
A nice pot builder, 225, and here it comes.
And look at all the hearts in the
Jeez.
world. D-Gen flopping the nuts. Oh, I'm sorry, the second nuts. Technically 3-4 of hearts with the straight flush, but the
Buddha-
king high flush he flops pretty
Buddha
good.
in the
hand.
small blind first act here. He did hit an ace, and he's
Yeah.
got a gut shot straight draw. D-Gen is going to go ahead and check his flush.
Bunga boy too. Also
They
has
check
a
it all the
flush
way
draw.
around.
That's the check mark. I mean, nothing else can happen. He's got it on lock.
Check.
And he does check. He's wondering if somebody hit a piece of this and will make a stab at it. And Joe looks like he's thinking about it. But he checks it. And there is the bet that D-Gen was hoping for from the pre-flop raiser.
Did he say, let me see if I'm drawing dead and I call?
Yeah.
Oh, man, the Oscar award goes
You
to
really.
Love it.
Now we're
Beauty of the
heads
game.
up. And
normally
another
that-
ace.
Gosh, that's normally the card you don't mind seeing. I mean, obviously you're sweating the flush, but you're thinking.
And he
or
puts
the
a bet
full
out
house.
this time. And Bunga's boy folds it quickly. And so now some momentum coming back to G-Gen, who the story was early on, he was really struggling.
I could have made you believe it.
Then made kind of a comeback and then struggled some more, but now he's getting some momentum back his way. Doesn't surprise me that we see a 5-handed flop like that because
Laying down a lot of winners.
this is the power hour. And this is when typically we see in our live streams this final hour. Ranges opening up, bet sizes changing, increasing. Some players trying to make back
Gut shots are
from
Oh,
a
yeah.
tough night. Other players trying to play big chip stack.
Any draws or something. They come in every now and then.
I think MGM Bob lost a little back from when we were gone for 15 minutes.
Crazy.
See, he had a monster hand. 2 of them. Bomb pot with that double up. He's still ahead for the night.
Yeah. $10 button straddle, and now the OP is going to raise this up. He's got ace-king offsuit.
50 to go.
A lot of folds all the way around, even the queen-9 of hearts for Bunga's boy.
I'm super disappointed.
The straddler lets the 7-5 clubs go, and D-Gen, after winning a nice pot here, looks like he might be considering it. It would take $40 to call. He did call the $10 button straddle, and so we're going to go heads up here.
I mean, that's a D-Gen move.
That's a D-Gen move.
If you're a D-Gen gambler,
And
why not?
check in the dark.
Call 50 with Jack Deuce of Hearts. See what happens. And you flop the best of it right now. Got a pair.
They go check, check.
Oh, but nope.
There's an ace.
OP.
And just reaching for chips is going to get D-Gen to let this go, I think. And sure enough,
Yeah, I know what you had. So I called.
his very first night in the live stream, D-Gen,
$10 button straddle.
a.k.a. James from Taylor, Michigan, been playing this game 18 years.
Yep, representing the Downriver area where I grew up.
How well you know this guy, Buddha? How well you know him?
I played with him at home games.
Oh, yeah?
Xavier, yeah. We're not buddies or anything.
No, I'm just surprised you go that deep.
About 100.
Despite a couple of interruptions here, technically we're still at, we got 58 likes.
Yeah, thanks for smashing that like button, guys. If you haven't hit it yet, would always appreciate love and support. Helps us out a lot. Also, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And that little bell next to it gives you alerts when we're going on.
You know him, James?
What's that?
You know it,
Getting close to 3,000 subscribers.
Not like
I need one from you.
2.82.
I don't think he's going to disappear.
We're getting there.
I don't He went to the ATM and pulled some money out and gave it to you?
Never.
I was trying to figure out what that card
Dumping. He went all in with King.
protector was in front of OP, and he just picked it up, and it looks like it's a money clip. I'm going to want to ask him about that next time, see if there's some significance.
Probably got it from an ex.
Buddha
gift.
here with pocket queens in the cutoff. Everybody coming in for $10.
Speaking
So
of
it's
ladies,
time to punish those with his queens, and he's going to raise it up. $60.
We'll use this bathroom right here, remember?
Oh, can I? Where is it at?
Walk through the
Knock
door.
on the
They'll
door or what?
start screaming at you.
Colonel, who had things going his way very early,
Play your hand.
but really has not had much going since. This is an example of the power hour, where it's time to see if you can make up some gain here in the last minutes. So he's going to make the call. Joe figures, well, if he's calling, I'm calling, so we're going to go three-handed into this flop.
You're right this way.
We got 204 in the middle, 9-5-9 flop, a couple of hearts. Queen's firmly in the lead still, 2-pair for Buddha. He's definitely going to lead out though with the flush draw. And Joe coming along with his 2-pair, kings and fives. I'm sorry, 9s and 5s with the king kicker. Said that backwards. Jack of spades on the turn.
Check, check. Here comes the river. They check it down. And the queens are going to hold up. Not a great board for queens when you get to the river, when you've got two players in there.
I think he bet on the turn and he folded, but he showed the king 5.
Okay.
And then Buddha showed him the goods, basically like, I had you, young lad. I had you.
Somebody we know is back in Dallas, Texas.
This guy has a problem letting shit go.
Oh, Merry Christmas. Thanks, Mom, for tuning in. Always appreciate the support.
Some of us call that wine.
I know she's pumped up. The Lions are coming down to Dallas a week from this Sunday.
Yeah.
She says she's going out to, they live right downtown. She's going to go to a bar and rock her Lions gear with my dad, Mike. So wear it proud. One pride. That's going to be a tough road game, though, at Dallas. They look pretty good.
Yeah.
Cost $3.
That will be a tough.
Hopefully we can squeeze it out, though.
In the blind. $3 in the blind.
20 reckless. He's crazy.
Last of the big spenders.
He's a big gambler.
There's the fold button right next to the call button.
Oh my God.
Damn, was that your bone cracker?
That's a pelvis.
It's too late to call now.
True to the power hour.
Take that one back.
Six-handed going to the flop with $120 in the pot. A little bit something there for everybody. An ace 5-7, Dom.
Yeah, rainbow flop. Right now I'm seeing a gut shot straight draw from Buddha, pair of 7s from Joe. And that's about it, Vic.
Nobody with an ace.
Yeah, surprised there was so many players in the hand.
Yeah.
Nobody gets a monster.
Take your time, man.
So Buddha bets the pot basically, $100. Making a stab at it. Senses some weakness, and I think this is going to go all the way through.
I mean, normally with an overbet like that, you almost think a player has a set and they're hoping another player has a huge ace.
Yeah.
There's a step up
I mean, it's either a bluff or a set. No ifs, ands, or buts. Usually a strong ace will try to get value there.
No, go bomb pot.
String someone along.
Ruppy says go Browns.
Oh, you know, I have no bad blood with the Browns. Browns and Lions are on the opposite side. I think they got a great defense.
I had nothing, but I had one card.
They arguably have the best defense in the NFL.
I think you some bullshit. It's just when you grow up here.
I would have to say Browns, 49ers, and the Ravens. Those three teams, their defenses can win them a game any given Sunday.
He's got a 2 horseshoes off his ass.
That's $100 on nothing.
They're so deep they won't
Playing with
go
somebody
around.
else's money now.
Ace Queen for Joe here. He's going to raise it up to 35.
People think that when I get up, I'm on lockdown. I jacked off.
You don't know what lockdown is, dude. Stop saying it. Stop saying it, dude.
I'm gonna have to go on lockdown.
Looks like MGM's going to come along with the Nemesis suited on the button.
He's got so many horseshoes on his ass.
Going on lockdown. I expect them to keep the pie to lockdown.
Heads up action here between Joe and MGM Bob.
God, so
These two have logged a number of hours against each other. Let's see what happens after this flop.
Yeah, 9, deuce, 10, rainbow board, victory cigar. And ace high for Joe in the lead, but he's going to check it. And a little show a sign of weakness from MGM Bob.
You don't chase enough then.
Pot continues to grow, and here comes a diamond.
Ace queen.
Joe's got it by virtue of the ace. Ace queen, and he takes down that pot.
I can't believe I'm still in it.
Hey, MGM, not a horrible flop, not the flop you wanted with King Jack, but I mean, you have 2 overs. You also have a gut shot, so, you know, Jack, Queen, or King, you're feeling pretty good on the Turner River. Didn't get there. Nice call by Joe, though, with the ace queen.
Buddha's the only guy that I cannot fucking beat at this point.
Buddha is on a gut shot heater, guys. Watch out.
Got shot heater. And he's proud of it.
That's
That's the sad thing.
I'm proud of it. I have a good shot of holding it.
Most people want a 16 ounce. Buddha just needs fucking 4.
Yeah, or 3.
Most people be like, yeah, I don't have nothing, and muck it. 'cause they
No,
don't
I think I'm right in saying that we've only ever seen Dr. Boring in the Tuesday night 5-5-10 game, right?
He played on a Saturday,
They played on a Saturday.
one time.
No, you don't bet now the year.
And while I know he likes the bigger stakes,
All right, I'm betting then.
I think he's found a new home here.
Oh, maybe he starts playing twice a week.
Well,
I'd love to see that.
right.
It's pointless.
But he has been having so much fun here with Neil and Buddha and MGM Bob.
And the action's been great.
It's been great and great banter. Neil now is going to make this call.
If you were playing 5-5-10, and if you could be up like Buddha, up 3,200, would
Yeah.
you take that for a night? You can
Right.
still win big money here on Thursday.
Oh, absolutely.
You don't have to get mine.
And we have a 5-9 king board, couple of diamonds. Checks around, and now a jack of clubs on the turn. That doesn't really improve anyone's hand.
No, but Dr. Boring's in the lead here with his ace-9, and the 6 doesn't help anybody.
Nuts.
Neil thinks he's got the nuts with the 6. And
I knew I should have bet it. I knew I should have bet it. Damn it. Fucking misplay that shit. Told you, I told you you'd be pissed.
Hey, good
Look
raise
at,
there,
look at,
Buddha.
he's steaming.
Good raise there, Buddha. That was way better. Good raise there, Buddha.
I had a better hand than
Hey,
you.
don't tell me you had a better. Show it.
Ace-9
Show it,
6-8
sissy.
club. 6-8 club.
Show it, sissy. We all
Wow.
beat Buddha.
This is the
Hey,
Buddha play right
wait.
there.
Everybody beat Buddha?
Yeah.
Hey, guys. Up on top, boys. Yeah. Kick his ass.
I ain't gotta win the pot. I just gotta beat Buddha.
Guys, be careful. His mom is probably crying right now. He's gonna kick her ass. What's going on?
Oh, my cheeks are hurting.
His wife is like, finally, some man beat him.
Trolling at its finest.
Holy crap, that was funny, dude.
Doc,
Thank you.
You're anything but boring, Doc. You're anything but boring.
You're anything but unlucky.
My cheeks are sore from
Oh,
looking.
my face hurts.
Oh my god.
Oh, we're having too much fun. Somebody needs to get
Yeah, it's been a fun
Fun police in here.
game tonight.
Somebody needs to get
Come
Got
on,
about
B, let's play a big one.
25 minutes left, so
15.
see if someone makes a late surge. D-Gen,
just poop.
$15 to go with the Queen Jack suited.
When you go back and watch it, see what happened.
MGM Bob with the Nemesis again. He's going to give it round 2, see if it works. Suited ace for Neil. Says,
For what? For
thank you, may I have another?
over there. What are you talking about?
Looks like we're going to go 3-handed to a flop here.
James with his performance.
Our performance, trust me, everyone sucks here.
None of us proud of it.
None of us probably.
We got a 9-3-4 board. Both big hand alert, folks. 2 players flopping a flush draw. Things could get interesting.
Guy knows. I mean, we play all that. Like raise.
75. Call. That's right.
And there it is. Both players hitting a flush on the turn. And Neil's just going to smooth call this.
300.
Raise 300.
You ever been to the Commerce Casino?
You have no idea how. Oh yeah, of course. I had the straight flush draw on the turn.
You go to the gift shop.
Wow, just a cooler situation again for D-Gen. Turn card, queen high flush. Neil has the ace high flush. That's just the type of night he's had. Just
You've had a couple of those.
situations where literally you could play the same one night and make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then the next night you lose a bunch because you're always second best, but you're getting monster after monster.
It's exactly the way this game goes.
And Neil with another big pot. We've said it throughout the live stream.
And the dealer said, you gotta protect it.
Bringing it in. Neil playing some good poker tonight.
So I go to the gift shop, I'm looking around, it's all,
Times I've just been able to read.
And this is the second time in the last month that Neil on Thursdays
stuff that an Asian woman.
has had a really nice stack by the end of the live stream as we approach the final 20 minutes.
Lady behind the desk, the counter says, what are you looking for? And I said, I just need something to protect my card. And right next to the cash register
How
was this
good you
little
feel when you
fake gold Buddha.
flush.
Buddha telling the story of the Buddha.
I'm like, okay.
He did not have that
The nine
nickname
wasn't that much better. I almost got away from it just because of the nine.
until he actually made the purchase of this Buddha in a little gift store in the casino in Vegas. It's a great little story.
I wish you would have been too nitty.
When the dealer wants my attention, he calls me Buddha. He says, hey, Buddha, you know. And then the other players, you know, they start
45?
thinking that's
45,
my
yeah.
nickname or whatever. So when I come back to Detroit,
Range is opening up here. A raise with the Dorothy from D-Gen to 45.
and the same thing happened.
Buddha folds the nemesis, but we're going to go three-handed into the flop. Young Patrick doing a great job. And here it comes.
We got a couple of nines with a deuce, and look at the Colonel.
Colonel.
Flop a three of a kind. Fortunately for him right now, no one really has anything to dance with him. No dancing partner.
I didn't know there was a place you could legally change your nickname.
Oh, this is the wrong time.
Tough time to make a move like that, unfortunately for D-Gen.
No, it was a different one. It was a $3 one.
And the Colonel, really, this is might be a push, but it's not. He's going to make the call to see if they can get some more money into this pot.
I'm going to get a real gold one because I don't want it. I'm tired of people asking me if it's gold and having to tell them no, you know.
And now a five of spade or clubs
But they don't have solid gold.
on the turn.
But while I was looking, I found an 125.
125 is the bet. Should be a fold. Tough night there for D-Gen. He did see just quite a roller coaster here tonight. Down early, back up a little bit above even.
Yeah, at least got back to, what, 1,300 in front of him?
At one point he did, yeah.
You missed it.
And then back down again.
Buddha.
You saw it, right? No, I saw you didn't show it.
We just concluded tonight's satellite tournament in the main room. 8 people getting vouchers for our New Year's Day $200 buy-in tournament.
Beautiful.
And there'll be another satellite then next Thursday.
Stop asking him questions so I don't have to hear his stories.
Yeah.
Please.
I just told him
I mean, you guys don't consider anybody else. You guys sit there and ask him questions. You don't think about anybody else that's down here that don't want to.
I just want to make sure he talks to someone. You know, doesn't go
Right,
crazy.
60.
So what's really crazy is, ever since then, people have been giving me
much left here.
Buddhas as gifts.
Wow.
Dude, I've got like 50, and I only bought.
I'm betting you don't play another hand till the stream.
X-Man, it was a pleasure to have you on the stream these last couple times, and
These stories are more important.
I meant it. You're a true gentleman, and look forward to having you back again. Glad to hear you say that you will be returning.
Okay.
Hope you had a safe ride home.
Don't do Buddha.
First of all, you would catch your fish.
We got okay breakfast.
Now a raise with Jax
From the CC's Pizza.
from D-Gen to 60.
No
Denny's.
Couple of folds. Pouring out of the way.
Upscale restaurant.
Oh, wow. We're going to see action here.
We are. OP's coming in with his
Golden Corral.
A6, and now Bunga's boy wondering what D-Gen's got back. He's got ace king of hearts, and he's going to go all in. He's going to push the action here. This will be with this stack D-Gen's snap call. Let's see what OP decides to do. OP gets out of the way, and we're going to go heads up. Ace king of hearts against jacks. Let's see if D-Gen's jacks can hold up. It just has not been his night.
Yeah, 407. He's due. We just
He
saw an
is
ace go in
due.
the muck, too, from the OP.
Patrick doing a great job of getting this pot right.
Just ask Buddha before he does it. Buddha, how you do it?
Patrick also setting up this view for us.
He said he's got a heart? Jesus.
And here we go.
I'm not running well today. I don't know if you've noticed. I'm not running well.
10 high board right there.
Oh, and there's a king.
Jeez, and that is just
Been tough go here for D-Gen. His very first night on the live stream cash game.
D-Gen, thanks for playing on the live stream. Hope to see you again soon.
AKA James from Taylor, Michigan.
Yep.
And please be safe going home, buddy. It's about an hour and a half ride. Is that right, to Taylor?
No,
No?
probably straight hour.
Oh, an hour. Okay.
I'm getting it in late now. I'm proud of you.
I'm just gonna hit and run.
I leave when you leave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and James drove away, so I can't just
I do want to emphasize, particularly around the holiday season, please stay safe. This is the time of the year for holiday parties, office parties, family parties.
Story on the way home and be like, I was there.
Yeah. Every single time.
A lot of shopping, people in a hurry, in a rush. Please take your time and be safe during this season and make it a very joyful time for you and your family. Joe's knockout now has sevens, and he's going to raise it up to 25.
Look at the chips on the table, Vic. Man, action's been good tonight.
It really has.
You just gotta play lucky.
Always got to remember that this is just a 1-3 game. Plays much bigger than that. Just like our 5-5-10 game plays much bigger than a 5-5-10.
OP with Jack 10 suited. He's going to dance. Neil's coming along. He's like, I got a lot of chips.
Yeah.
2,300 in front of me.
Let's give it a try with the king 5 of spades, three-handed going to the flop, and here it is.
And Neil out flops them both. Top pair for Neil on a 9-king 3 board, couple of clubs. When you're running good, you're running good.
I'm locked down. I'm not playing more hands. If anybody bets more than this, I'm full.
You would too.
Yep, Joe's going to keep him honest, though. Make sure no funny business going on. Gut shot for OP. He's not feeling it. Got to respect the gold. Around OP's neck. Ballin'.
Patrick, we want to play a
Deuce of
ball
hearts.
last hand.
Situation still the same. Status quo.
Last hand warning for us. Tyler, can you do that?
Now the bet is 75 from Neil.
I mean, you got all the money, you know, we don't wanna see you go. What time is it?
I can give you some. I gotta work tomorrow. I'm just trying to help you out.
All of this stuff over here.
Yeah, well,
I have a
we don't
list.
want
I have a list of reasons why I
you-
can't.
If we had someone to take your seat, you know, you go.
Joe might be making a move here.
Well, at some point you gotta pay us. You can always locate it, you know. He probably did it himself in college.
Well, if he leaves, and he leaves,
I'm gone.
he leaves.
I've been there. I'm gone.
So we got 4 people.
So the blue chips are the dealer appreciation chips. Those are the way the players can tip the dealers. Otherwise, the white chips are $1. The red chips are $5. The green chips $25, and the black chips $100.
I'm from Minnesota.
Are you?
Yeah, I drive here from Minnesota every day.
I live closer to Erie, PA than I
You
do
can't mess
in
with an
Cleveland.
old man like that.
Yeah. I almost believed you.
One thing you'll learn if once you get to know me, never believe a damn thing.
Right. If his lips are moving, that means he's lying.
$10 straddle here, and on the button,
There
and
we go, the
OP's going to
OP.
come along with the 10-8 of clubs, and they continue to have just amazing banter here on the table. But MGM Bob's going to raise this up with the ace-9 offsuit in the big blind.
Las Vegas.
That's
I
usually
got
what I
the
play.
World Series of Poker.
Neil now with the mystery hand.
$600 buy-in.
Lets it go, and now the Colonel with Jack 10 of hearts. This is really, we've seen him like this hand earlier, and is he going to make the call? He does for 90.
That's a personal favorite.
Joe gets out of the way, and King Queen for Dr. Boring.
Here I am sitting here playing fourth.
Bungus Boy,
And I found out they were playing till 1 in the morning.
his first night here in the live stream, using the handle that's a tribute to his mom.
The next day and the third day. I gave the guys next to me.
And it looks like he's just had a lot of fun here tonight.
You got a good hand.
And the ace-8 of hearts gets thrown away by Buddha.
I think the OP has to come along now.
Now,
Good
yeah,
odds.
80 more. Nope.
nope, he says. Nope.
Yeah, I just
So we'll go three-handed
I got a good hand.
Those long
to the flop.
Too long.
I don't have a lot of experience in them. Like these
Yeah, they got-
5-hour tournaments are.
Oh, they're different.
Here,
than tests.
I'm practicing the longer
Yeah,
ones.
no, I don't like them. I got so bored.
I can't say I don't like them. I just don't have any experience in them.
These people are coming there.
Third
going,
spade.
"Oh,
Nobody's got anything right
No,
now.
and MGM Bob, who was the pre-flop aggressor, sees an opportunity here to just put out a strong bet and take this down.
Yeah, pretty much $10 over the pot.
And that's exactly what he does.
Stealing's part of poker. Nice job, MGM.
$500, right? And you just bring enough to buy
Whatever.
next tournament off. You know, so you're
Exactly.
always in action.
Right.
Which is the problem. You are fit, you know, you bust out. Right?
My thing is I get so used to these tournaments, and these are basically a turbo. So you have to change your, aggressiveness. You have to, you've got some
No, we don't have
playability.
time.
There's a lot of good playability, but at some point you have to start.
Just start another
You have to start pushing the
See, I played nothing
on
but
those.
Where do you play?
It's
Like you're
typically me
everywhere.
too.
I played at the Jack.
Have you done the circuit events and stuff?
I went out to the World Series. I played the seniors and the super seniors.
I'm actually I'm gonna go and play for the first time this year. All my friends are older than me, and they've all played in the senior event, and I was always jealous when they
It's the
went.
best event.
And I'm
It's the
fine
best
with
event.
Aces for Buddha now.
I played in it 10 years in a row.
I cashed in the seniors.
Good, good for you.
5 or 6 times.
Oh, here it comes. Buddha's got a good shot.
It is a good, it's fun though. You like it. It's fun. I was out there. I
OP
played
with
in,
King 4.
Buddha's going to milk this a little bit. He's only going to put a bet out of $10.
I would have had to stay. I was coming back for the main, and I didn't
Yeah,
have to.
actually, the wing
Not
in
much
between
there
is
for
too long. I won't do
OP nor MGM Bob, so they get out of the way.
And nobody has anything really.
No, it's a
you're seeing
$10
8 deuce and
Yeah, it's a $10 straddle. So that was a $10 call from Buddha. And now we're heads up, aces versus Jack 7. Uh-oh.
yeah, Colonel did hit a little piece of it. He might, yeah, he's probably going to give a little bet to see where he's at. Oh, do we have a little technical difficulty again? Hope not. Yep, and I'm sure that'll be the end of the show then.
Yes, we didn't get the chance to see the bomb pot here. That would be the final hand of the night. We were just probably a few minutes away from that.
Yeah,
But
and for you guys who have stuck with us through this technical difficulty, obviously there's some unplanned things. That's part of live television. Thanks for tuning in and sticking with us through that. We're actually just talked to the owner, and he's on the phone and the emails, talked with the computer guy. He is making sure that right after the show this will be addressed. But we appreciate you guys tuning in for tonight. It was a great show, though.
yeah, very
a
good
lot
show.
Of action.
And we
Chips
expect
are
some
flying.
really good action on Saturday night.
Yeah.
For the regular Joe Poker Show. So be sure to join us again. Again, we really appreciate the viewership and the commentating. The banter back and forth, if you will. So
It was an easy show tonight.
It was an easy show.
The table was awesome.
It was
We
awesome.
kinda just called what cards and the river and turn and the
Yes.
the players took over, and if every show is like that, we will take that in a heartbeat. It was great listening to MGM and Buddha and all the guys.
Yeah.
Neil, Dr. Bourne. So once again, guys, thanks for tuning in with us. It's always a pleasure for myself and Vic to do what we do, and we want to say thank you. And hopefully everyone has a Merry Christmas, and we'll be back Saturday for some
Yes.
action. All right, take
Please
care.
be safe.